Welcome again, folks, to Covencraft. With me tonight is the lovely Coven from last time. They'll be here every time, ideally. Uh, let's go around the table and introduce them again.
Haven, is there another coven that you're playing with?
Are you cheating on us with another coven?
It wasn't me.
I heard nothing because I would be too hurt if that was real.
Rosie, why don't you tell the people who you are and what you do?
Hi, I'm Rosie. I use she, her pronouns. I am here playing Miriam Latke, Daredevil. And else find me on social media at Rose Tears and on other TTN productions such as Magnificence. Should I popcorn it?
Sure, go ahead.
Sylvia.
I knew it. I felt it in my bones. Hi, everybody. I'm Sylvia. You can find me everywhere at Shadow Sylvia. And I play Stephanie. I use she, her pronouns, and so does Stephanie. Oh, Kate.
Yeah, that's me. Hi, I am Kate, aka Kate the Great Cosplays. I use she, her pronouns. You might also know me on the Twitch channel as Don't Kill My Character. And tonight I am playing Ro, who also uses she, her pronouns, and she's just your very friendly camp counselor who just loves to vibe with nature and sing camp songs. And I'm going to popcorn it over to Yuri.
Hello everybody, my name is Yuri, that is Y-U-R-I. Y'all can find me at Yuri and the Beast absolutely everywhere. I use she, they pronouns, and today I am playing Ren, who also uses she, they pronouns, I think. Yes. I need to double check my character sheet.
That's what it says on the layout.
Over to Maz.
Hi, I'm Maz. My brain did a thing where I completely forgot what I was prepping to do, and it's okay. Pronouns are she, they. You can find me either by Mozzarella, I'll be in the chat, or Starcrawl RPG. I'm going to try and log in so I could be there. I do TTRPG stuff there and run games there with my community. Was there anything else, Haven?
Oh, I think that's fine. You're
Great.
here today playing Kavia, who also
Who are
uses
you
she, they
playing?
I'm
pronouns.
here playing Kavia,
Yes,
the
you
gifted
are.
in the coven. Yes.
And I'm Haven. I'm going to be the chronicler for this evening, and ideally, for the rest of the evenings we do this series. I don't know why I'm like making everything so foreboding already. I'm like, who knows what could happen? This whole thing could burn down. I'm like, okay, buddy.
I mean, hey, I kind of did that with shipwrecks. You might, maybe you will be.
But we rejoin for our second episode of Covencraft. Now, what happened in the first episode, you might ask? Well, a couple of people took a walk in the woods. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. We met our lovely coven. We saw the way that they spend their day. Ro almost lost another job. Probably low-key, maybe did.
I'll find out later.
And Ren and Ro had a nice walk. Ren then went and sharpened some blades and things of that nature. Miriam, Kavia, and Stephanie all went to school. Had a fun school day. Miriam and Stephanie had the same class. Kavia did some cool dancing. Eventually, everybody met up for Circle with their coven leader, Shauna. They were all pretty much done, just about done, discovering sort of the texture and feeling of their magic, which was all very, very cool. When a man by the name of Edric Garrow knocked on the door and asked for Shauna's help. We left off with the two of them in Shauna's office, the rest of the coven back in the circle room, but feeling a massive outpour of magical energy that I believe fully knocked Stephanie out, right? Goodness gracious.
Yeah, she's taking a nap.
She's taking a 5.
Involuntarily, but it's fine.
That strong essence snooze.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know, it's like a hangover. All right, so we begin again with everybody scrambling following that magical EMP blast. What's everyone doing?
As soon as Sylvia is knocked over, I am going upstairs, not abandoning her. Sorry, Stephanie, not Sylvia. We're in character now. to get somebody who will know more about what's going on here. That is my intention. I don't know first aid. Well, I kind of do. I think I have one
Yeah,
level
I
of
think
first aid,
I
but
would have.
I know first aid.
Me too. So I would have run to Stephanie, and I want to do like a sort of making sure that she didn't hit her head when she fell, and then trying to determine like was it because everybody kind of felt it, right? Like the blast of essence. So trying to determine if that's what knocked her out or if somebody just shot her with something, like, you know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
trying to
sure.
figure out what the flip is going on and if she is safe to be left on the ground.
Right. Yeah. Well, Stephanie, you just had sort of like a fainting spell. You wake up like kind of right after you hit the floor. Ren, you are welcome to roll a medicine check. Um, what is medicine? Is medicine intelligence plus like the actual medicine skill? Isn't there a medicine skill?
first aid is
First
the
aid.
skill.
First aid's the
Let
skill.
me
Yeah. So intelligence plus
find
first aid, please.
what
Is there
chapter.
something like help related that I can do if I'm also trained in first aid to assist with this?
Yes. I'm sure that there is actually a mechanic for this, but I don't remember it because it's an old and complicated game. So I'm going to say you go ahead and roll,
Weird.
and for every one above a 10 you get, you will add one to Ren's roll.
Sweet.
If
Okay.
you're actually performing first aid, it is intelligence and first aid. If you're just identifying the problem, it would be perception and first aid. If you're using CPR or the Heimlich, it's dexterity and first aid.
We're just going to call it all intelligence and move the fuck on.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I printed out the
So-
rules.
I love that. Okay, I'm adding.
Yeah,
I got a 12 total.
lovely. So I rolled a 6, and then with intelligence and first aid, I have a +5, so that's 11. My gosh, I did math, y'all.
Hey,
Which
rock
means I
on.
get a +2 from Kate, and that is a 13.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, I did math again.
You're able to sort of identify Stephanie's condition. She's not concussed. She's generally okay. Her magic circuits just got a little fried real quick. Stephanie, you feel like a little groggy, but you're okay. You know, it took you out, but you're still kicking, kind of thing. You don't take any essence damage or anything like that. I think you might have taken a little bit last time. I'm not going to re up on that or anything. So, as for what everybody's doing right now, I assume, and forgive me if you've already said this tonight, I assume some people are trying to open the door. Okay.
Sorry, I was dealing with all of the printed out TTRPG rules I have on my desk.
Pulls out the binder. All right. So,
But yes, I am going up there and I am trying to get into that room. It's almost like I have the word reckless written on my character sheet or something. I don't know.
almost. Hold on, really quick. I just want to say, thanks so much. This is the first hype train I've ever seen on this channel. So
Yay!
rock the fuck on. Thanks so much, folks, for contributing to that. You all are awesome.
Kisses for all of you.
Yes, indeed. If anybody would like to, if anyone's going to PAX you, you know, I'm happy to give fist bumps or hugs in exchange for the bits. All right, so you open the door, Miriam, and what do you see? But of course, Shauna's office. That's what's always there. It is generally, you know, it's cluttered, but it's neat, right? There's not enough space on the shelves in here, but you know, Shauna makes do. At the moment, you see Edric and Shauna both standing by her desk, looking over this very complex arcane diagram. Is that a hand up there, Kavya? What's going on?
Kavya would have seen, like, when Stephanie fell down, they'd just been like, oh no. And then, like, followed. I'm trying to remember his character. Okay. Followed and immediately just saw that, like, Stephanie fell again. Trying to, like, use it like an excuse to, like, intrude.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, so you when you come into this room, you do see Shauna and Endrick both like poring over this like incredibly complex in a language you don't understand, like arcane diagram. It's got like the Leonardo da Vinci like anatomy of a man thing in the center of it. and it's like a massive, complex sort of ring of symbols and things that like sort of radiate out from it. And they both are looking like very shocked and surprised at the corner of the room. And you sort of shift your gaze to follow theirs, and there, standing, is someone completely covered head to toe in a long, flowing purple robe, glittered and inlaid with stars, and glittering with like sort of like glitter and sparkles and things. And they throw their hands up and they say, "I'm here! Hello!"
Who is this?
I love them. Does Ro can hear this?
Everybody heard that loud
Everyone,
noise.
okay.
Yeah, like Ren, the stick that she used for the during her ritual, she's just like holding the stick and just like looking from Shauna to the man back just to like, do I use it or am I smacking?
You couldn't have used the door. You knocked Stephanie out.
Sorry, the door, dear. And it's at this point that Shauna kind of recovers and goes, "For fuck's sake, Professor, what are you doing? You can't be teleported in. There's not even a gateway here. How the fuck did you manage it? You nearly knocked the students out."
This is a professor.
No,
This is
you
the
did
professors
knock
that
her
teach at your
out. This is
school?
another professor.
No, he's not a. Oh, for fuck's sake! And Edric looks over and goes, "Master, I thought I told you I had this handled. What is this?" And the man, who you now more clearly see, has these large sort of Coke bottle glasses made entirely of brass wire, and he's got a very long sort of bushy beard. It's silver and gray, streaked with some red still, and piercing blue eyes. And you can't tell if he's bald or has his hair tied back, but you can't see it over his big ass hood he's got on in this robe. And he's like, "Well, I wasn't to know there'd be fledglings around. I merely followed your connection, Shauna. Where are we? This isn't Limerick, is it? You there?" And he points at Miriam and is like, "You seem to know where we are. Where are we?"
Girl who was literally pulling up her world building notes because she realized she forgot to have them pulled up.
I'm taking really great notes right now in the group chat, though. It's okay.
God bless. Kate is our savior.
MVP TBH.
You're in New York.
New York?
Lone Creek?
What do you mean New York? I know of York.
Yeah, that, but newer.
United States? America?
You
America?
just teleport somewhere and you
Where
don't
are
even know
you?
where you're teleporting?
Hold on. I'm in America? Shauna. And Shauna looks over
2008 and 2010?
timeline exactly indiscriminate, but it's it's the late to early aughts.
Yeah.
And Shauna like sort of rubs the bridge of her nose and goes, "They mean you're in what was New Amsterdam?" And he's like, "Oh, why didn't you say so? Of course, quaint little place. But what's all this then? Is this your office now?" And Shauna sort of explains her position at the university, and he goes, "Professor, isn't that a lark? I'm not the only one anymore, it seems. Well, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you all. Any friend of Shauna's is a friend of mine, of course. Professor Flamel."
Can you spell
Like
that name for me?
Nicholas?
Flamel. In the
So
common
slight
tongue.
difference. Got it.
One M, not two.
They kind of like
can you just
turn
make sure,
to-
Shauna, can you make sure Stephanie's okay? I'm worried about Stephanie.
Yeah.
Is she still on the floor? Did she get up?
Yeah, did you
She's
stand up?
I don't know. Stephanie's just been like lounging on the floor, just like watching this all unfold. And I was like, this is sitting there like, for once, it's not me.
Yeah, Shauna like sort of realizes that one of you actually did kind of like feel that pretty hard. Runs over, starts like administering to you. "Are you right, dear? How do you feel? Is your head all right?"
Oh, yeah. No, honestly, I'm just happy that it wasn't me who exploded in the magicness. this time.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Yes, quite the
Professor
spirit.
Flamel, where or when did you mean to be?
Well, I am what I meant to be. I meant to be where Shauna is. Shauna had asked me to take a look at something, and here I am. I think I was in Chad when I teleported. I can't quite remember. There's a large ley line in the Lake of Chad. A very large lake, you know. I was on a boat. Funnily enough, an orangutan was rowing the boat. Can you imagine? Isn't that wonderful? I don't know how they got an orangutan from Borneo to Chad, but I didn't ask too many questions. And, well, we were in the middle of the lake, and it was rowing, and I said, well, I was supposed to be somewhere. And I said, oh, I was supposed to be with Shauna. So I did my little wizardy woo thing, you know, and here I am.
Shauna, did you know he was coming?
I asked him to look over a project 15 years ago.
So a little late. Yeah.
What do you mean it's not still going? Of course it's not still going. Professor, it was 15 years ago.
What was the project?
We were trying to crystallize mana. It was going to revolutionize the way the batteries work, but they couldn't get the actual condensation to work.
What are you doing
Well-
with all of this here if that wasn't... Because I thought when I came into the office here, I was like, oh, that must be what summoned Mr. Purple Robe here. But clearly not.
Edric, upon hearing that,
And that
actually,
doesn't look like
closes the book.
scrying to me.
Yeah, I'm very much with Miriam here that maybe Professor Flamel arrived right when the winds wanted him to. That this is actually the time for the project to work.
Are you saying the winds brought me here?
Well, yes, or the stars, or the grass, or whatever force or universe was at work for it. Something. I don't think it was just a coincidence. And if it was an accident, I think it's a happy one.
Well, aren't you optimistic?
Hey, Shauna,
Yes, I am.
Don't smack him with the stick.
Kavya laughs.
I wouldn't recommend even trying that here. He's a bit flighty, but he's quite powerful.
Just making sure.
Yeah, teleporting from across the world is quite a lot. No, seriously though, what were you doing up here, Shauna? Because
Edric, having closed the book upon you first asking, says, Shauna was helping me with something. It's a rather private matter. Actually, Master, now that you're here, I could use your expertise, but in private. He sort of looks around at all of you.
you showed up on our circle night.
Yes, terribly sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt anything. I simply am getting, what do the Americans say, down to the wire on it.
That's interesting.
Does he?
I wouldn't think that a time traveler would actually have limitations from time. That's interesting. Oh wait, that wasn't time traveler speaking. That was the
Yeah,
so many
that was the
voices in
other-
my
Time
head.
traveler? What? Time traveler? Isn't that quaint? Who travels
Is
in
there
time
any
anymore?
way-
So out of fashion.
Is there any way for me to gauge how sketchy the first dude is?
Who would be the first dude?
The one that
When Shauna was talking
had the
to.
book with Shauna was talking to.
Hmm.
The one that
Mhm,
showed up
mhm.
before the teleportation.
Yeah. No, this dude, I'll just tell you for free off the rip, like, anyone with half a brain is like, oh, this dude's up to some shit. As far as,
I
like,
figured.
how nefarious that shit is, you can go ahead actually and roll, what is the remember? It's just a straight intelligence, right? So go ahead and just roll a straight intelligence, to see if you remember either of these people. Because you actually would have had, like, a dossier of known, like, magic-y woo people.
Ren specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So
Let's
if
go,
we're powerful
Red.
enough, we keep tabs.
Yeah, I'd say roll a difficult one, which is you just add the bonus one time, and then the DC quote unquote for Edric is lower than for Flamel.
Okay. Let's roll.
So I have a question just on magic.
Mhm.
If someone is gifted and they want to do a lesser invocation, how noticeable is that?
Well, generally, gifted that are within like 30 feet of you will be able to feel that magic. Ones who are more practiced, more sensitive, would be able to feel it from farther away. A large like burst of magic, like what Flamel just did, you would be able to feel like within a half mile at least.
So you said intelligence, not perception?
Mhm.
Okay. I got a 9. That's an 11.
Okay, awesome, love that. Um, so you know um, that there are a lot of you were told this sort of like quasi legend at one point, that there are a lot of like dudes that did magic for powerful people in like stories and stuff, like your Merlins, your John Dees, your Nicholas Flamels, like people like that in history. And you don't know exactly where this sort of legend comes from, but a lot of the elders in your family seem to think it's like the white whale of magic users. Like, oh, this dude's real. It's probably like one person or like a one coven that like passes the tradition on. And if we find them, holy shit, like, oh, it'll be great. Like we could knock out a bunch, you know what I mean? Kind of thing. As far as for Edric Garrow, you know him mainly as a UK based Twilight Court guy. He kind of does a little bit of the funeral rites, and he is in research over there in the UK. You don't know much more about him just because he's not like in your stomping ground, so your family didn't keep too close tabs on him.
Love that.
Twilight
Love that.
Order,
Okay.
you say? Interesting. I don't know this though.
Did I say court? I meant order.
Okay, cool. And there's so this guy is like known like, wow, this is a pretty powerful person. Oh my god, they're real. Holy shit, they're right here. What the hell is Shauna fucking with or getting into? Okay, love it.
Yeah, if not individually immensely powerful, at least part of an organization that is immensely powerful. But anyone, like, I think that Ren would definitely know this just sort of off the top of her head. Anyone that can just teleport without like really big arcane nexus like gateways that like collect natural mana to like power these jumps, they got a lot of they got a lot of shit to swing around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, cause she caught on that when he said I was on a boat and then I just did my wizardy do thing and now I'm here. And she's like, that's not how that's
Hmm.
supposed to, like, on a boat, no circle, no nothing to draw from. All right, he's cooking here. Yeah, she's not gonna say anything though. I think just wants to see, you know, how Shauna responds to them or treats them and make her,
Mhm.
you know, decisions from that.
Well, I suppose I technically invited you, so welcome. Um, it's nice to see you whenever I do see you. Uh, not to say that this is entirely expected. Um, cup of tea, everyone?
Um,
It's a
yeah,
little
I
late.
was gonna.
I
I'm
like
sure.
tea.
Yeah, we have some herbal teas that wouldn't be caffeinated. I can start brewing some.
I don't know if that's the kind of tea Davia was talking about.
What kind of tea were you talking about?
Oh, sorry. The They just kind of have that look of like this is the wrong room. And they just turn-
Well, exciting. So let's have that cup of tea then. I heard herbal. What kind of herbs we talking?
Well, we have some. The teas. It's too late. I have some nice fruit tea blends.
Ah, don't touch the stuff.
Oh, well, black tea or green tea we have, but it's late at night, so we were trying to avoid the caffeine. But if you want one of those, I can make some.
Is it late? And he pulls out a
Or we could do
watch
a
that's a
mint tea.
sundial.
Would you like a mint tea?
Mint.
Or yeah,
Shauna, you have grown in stature. Quite the rich spice for tea, huh?
oh,
Listen, he's been around a while. We're not sure how. A
Yeah,
lot of
these
people
are
have
just
tried
common
it.
attractions. Yeah.
A lot of
They're
people have
just like,
tried to figure out how this man is as old as he is. We don't know. Let's just sit down.
Stephanie goes over to Ro and just kind of very quietly is like, you should add some chrysanthemum to that tea. You know, just help us all be a little bit more open to telling the truth.
Oh, wonderful. Sure. Sounds great. I think I have some in. Look through my pockets.
One of these. As everybody starts sitting down, I want to sit as close to the adults as possible without being weird.
oh, can Kavya be on the other side of that? Just being like, oh, I guess I'll take
We're
this
just
chair here.
bookending them.
Yep,
Obviously
yep.
bookending
Ro
them.
is on the opposite side of the table.
Oh god. Well, I mean, okay, so Shauna's
all
office is like
trying to
made
be-
for comfort. It's not like a giant dining table. Like, you take
Oh.
like Shauna's at her desk, you take like the armchairs or the couch or whatever kind of thing.
Ro's crisscross applesauce
Yeah,
on the floor.
cross. I was gonna say cross-legged on the floor. I don't care, but I want to be
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
You cannot keep me from being nosy. I will astral project into this office if I need to. So help me God.
Awesome. So
Ro's going to like have the tray together and look at Stephanie and be like, "Can you carry the sugar packets?"
The sugar packets?
Yeah, just because my hands are full with the tray, but I can carry the tray. If you want
I've
to
got
carry
the spoons. I'm
the
holding a
sugar
single spoon.
packets.
Oh, okay.
And maybe some more spoons.
Oh, and spoons. Okay. Stephanie takes like a handful of sugar packets, just like full on, just like hand grabs them,
one of them
and
just
then
pops, gets your hand all sticky instantly.
yeah. Okay. There's just like a tiny trail of sugar as she like carries them.
Ants
And
come
then-
from nowhere following you.
Yeah. They're just always around her.
Oh, were those all the leaves that you brought in?
Yes, they were. Hello again, friends.
Oh dear. Awesome. Yeah, so you go around the room handing people cups of tea, I assume.
Yep. And everyone has chrysanthemum in it because that's what Stephanie said to do.
Rock on. Yeah, so Flamel accepts the cup of tea and is like, hold on a minute. And he he pulls out like from his robe a gas lantern from like the fucking 30s. Like puts it in your face. Open your eyes.
My face?
Yeah, Rose
okay.
face. Shauna, have you seen this? And Shauna comes over and says, could you not shove a lantern in my student's face, please?
No,
You can
No,
use
no,
a
no.
My eyes look really
flashlight.
dilated. Oh.
No. Look. And he'll like grab Shauna's face and like drag her over. You guys have never seen Shauna treated with like such like casual air, he like grabs, look here. Do you see that? Tell me I'm not crazy. And she looks over at him.
You might
You're
you might
crazy.
be crazy, but all the best people are. What do you think you see?
I like this one, no? What color are your eyes? He's just been looking in your eyes and asked you what color they are. Say what?
It's like, oh, are you colorblind? They're green, so maybe if you're red-green colorblind, it might be difficult.
Damn it, I knew they were green. Shauna! And Shauna's like, oh, look, you've been wrong before. Just relax. Okay, fine.
Wrong about?
Yeah.
I mean, just
Can
in
you
general, of
explain this
course.
to the
Everybody's
shop?
been wrong at least once, but.
Oh, sorry, no, I've been gifted with a perspicacity that is often a curse. I see potentials in people, you see, and one of the potentials in this one is interesting, but doesn't bear talking about. It shouldn't impact your life at all.
Well, I'm awfully curious.
You can't just
Bi
say that and
curious?
then not elaborate.
I mean, I'm not bi-curious, I'm just bi, but I'm curious about this.
Whew, how progressive! Are you allowed?
I'm the one who has to decide that, so yes.
Well, I think I might like New York. This is reminding me of Saturnalia back in the day.
Shauna, do you have words right now?
You know, I don't know that I do. Can we just move along, dear? She sort of like
Does someone
just
else
shuffles
have
you
you
words
can't
past
say
him.
that kind of thing and then not explain what you mean by it. You need to.
Yeah, humorous. What did you see?
What kind of potential? Let's hear it.
Oh, nature magic sort of thing. You know,
Uh.
classic
Yeah.
green eyes sort of deal. You know, eh?
Yeah, we know that's.
That one does fire, and he points at Kavya.
Kavya is chewing bubblegum, so you just, as soon as you say that, they just pop the bubble that they had. So you just can see that? Looking at their eyes?
Well, I mean, sort of, yes. Like I said, I see potentials.
Oh.
I mean, there's magic just in nature and the whole world around us always, and we did some magic earlier today during our circle, so you're probably seeing that, which is wonderful.
That explains why things are so clear. Usually they're a little shadowy, especially as I takes off his massive glasses and rubs them on his robe. Especially as I get older.
Well, there's a clarity in the shadows too. Sometimes we see things better in the dark than in the light, especially things that are inside ourselves.
Do you hear this person? They're speaking like they're at damn Delphi. Where'd you find this person, Shauna?
In the woods.
Yeah.
You know what? That makes sense. You know that does make sense. Terribly
There's a whole lot
sorry,
of
dear,
talking.
about that whole kerfuffle a few months back. He's looking at Ren.
Don't mention it. Literally,
Ugh,
don't mention it.
nasty bit of business. Was that the last time I was here, Shauna? And Shauna's like, I don't know. Ask your fucking student. And he's like, oh, Edric, I forgot you're here. You look so different. My boy just like vigorously shakes his head. Remind me, the last time we were in the Americas, didn't we? And Edric's like, Master, you told me not to bring that up. Oh, too right. Probably shouldn't then. Pat, pat. With that, Ren, I think now you like know who this guy is. This guy is that dude that your elders talk about, but the problem with this guy is every time he comes to America, they freak the fuck out because if they try to kill him, he just wipes half of them out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
It's like a whole thing. And with that like teleportation he just did, you're 99% sure at least one of your homies is going to be here within the week.
Yeah. I don't think she would have known that he can just like see things because we don't have like a lot of very specifics about him, but
Well, none of you have ever had a conversation with him.
yeah.
It's always like, hey, we're going to kill you. And he's like, excuse me? Bazow! You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It's the type of thing where they prepare for months for the next time he's gonna pop up somewhere and then they SWAT team like surround him and they still all get blown to shit and pieces. But yeah, like I didn't know he could see things like that, and the fact that he can just see that, like I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And so if I happen to be like next to him on the book ending thing, I'm gonna go around to the other side and just like not be within 5 feet of the man.
Yeah, no,
But
that
I'm
makes
just staring.
total sense. Yeah, okay. So you guys sit down, you have your tea. And Edric and Flamel are sort of like quietly conversing in the corner, and Flamel's like, oh, has it really been that long? Oh, I need an atlas. Do you have an atlas, Shauna? And Shauna like gets him a modern map of like the US, and he's like, blimey, you all have propagated, I say.
Propagated?
What was that?
We're just.
Did you
trying
mean to use the word
understand.
propagated or do you mean expanded? Because those things mean very different things.
Well, I suppose both. If you've got this many cities, the last time I was here, you were all too busy killing each other to really make a country, and here we are. Goodness.
Okay, so people are allowed to be bisexual. Most people don't kill each other. What else do you
I find
get
that
caught up
patently
on?
false.
Well,
Peyton?
The second one, not the
You're not
first. Being
supposed to.
bisexual is just sort of a given where I'm from.
Yeah, it's just not legal.
Are you from
Just
ancient
don't do
Rome?
it.
Pardon me? Ancient Rome? How
You
young
said
do you think I
Saturnalia.
am?
What else the hell am I supposed to think? You said Saturnalian bisexuality.
Yes, two of my favorite things.
How old are you?
As this is going on, Stephanie's just gonna very carefully stroll over to Kavya and just kind of is gonna hold her hand and is going to use her mind talk or attempt to use her mind talk.
Awesome.
So I think I have to roll for that, right?
You tell me.
I do have to roll. Oh no. Wait, yes. Wait, no.
You know what? Get you have
Oh
a
no,
fucking point.
it's intelligence plus my mind talk art level.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And if you succeed, you can converse mentally with the target for 1 minute per success level.
There.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, that's really useful. Holy
I'm
shit.
all about that. Yeah. Rock on.
Yeah. Okay, intelligence is only a 2. That's fine. We're good. Probably. Okay. So that's a total of 8.
Huku lakanaka hakanaka heek. Thanks for the follow.
I'm proud of you for pronouncing that.
That was brave.
I was gonna say that was so brave. You just doing
for
it.
it.
You just went for it, and I'm proud of you.
Bro, I'm all about Hawaii. Come on. So what's
that
your
was-
role?
Dude, the sight stuff is like
So-
super different from all the other magic stuff. Whoa, I didn't look
Yeah.
at this at all.
So that was I rolled it. I got a total of 8 for the roll.
Okay. That's not a success.
It's not a success.
But I want a willpower test
Oh no.
off the back of that.
Okay. That's fine.
So while this is happening, I'm inching over towards Shauna.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna like.
Yes, dear.
He is a hunted man. You know that, right?
I think he's a hunted man literally everywhere he goes at this point. He's the oldest wizard I've ever met in my entire life. Now that's not entirely true, Shauna. I did introduce you to old Aladar at one point. And she's like, Aladar's been dead for a long time now. Well, yes, that doesn't mean he's not here. I mean, look at this young girl. She's got a friend or whatever with her, doesn't she? Pointing at Miriam.
I'm sorry? You still didn't answer my question. How old are you? But second of all, I'm sorry. What? Rewind.
Sorry, wasn't I supposed to bring it up? I understand these things would be a little embarrassing sometimes.
Shauna, I mean that they are going to come after him, and if he's here and I'm here, what are we gonna do about this?
Well, that's a great question.
Yes.
Stephanie, what'd you get on that willpower test?
I got a 9.
Very close to a success. Actually, isn't a 9 like a flat success, and then a 10
Yes.
is like +1? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You got a success. You wanted for like a moment. You thought you were talking in your head and almost spoke out loud, but you caught yourself. You're like, oh wait, hold on.
Just pass it off as a little cough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Mind talk, not talking. is going to attempt to say very quietly to Kavya, need to get that book. Or look at the book. What book is it?
Abia turns to them and answers with their eyes, just like, and has like a little smile come up at the end because they have not left their eyes off that book. Like they're like looking at the group, then looking at the book, like back and forth this entire time. And you've read their mind pretty much. Like that's exactly it. So they just have your hand just.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. um. No, please keep going. Please go. I'll cook for a little bit.
Let her cook.
And Flamel, on hearing like this could be a problem, is like, oh, yes, too right. I often forget my adversaries do affect those around me. I'm terribly sorry. Well, I'll see what I can do. I'll try to mitigate the damage. How about that?
Considering you'd be the one that would have caused the damage, I appreciate that.
Well, now hold on. I resemble that remark.
You do, yes.
Oh no, I resent that remark.
Right.
I'm fine to keep doing my weird wizardy things by myself, in the woods mostly, or in a lake in Chad. But some folks, they don't take kindly to me doing my weird experiments. I don't hurt anyone, generally.
I'm not sure if the, as you call them, weird experiments are the only thing that people aren't taking so kindly to.
Whatever do you mean by that, my dear? Your people have always I've always been loved.
That may be your perception of the situations. However, you're making me uncomfortable, and I'm not used to not liking people automatically.
Oh dear, it's terrible to hear. I'm quite sorry to have put you out. That was never my intention, dear. Is there anything I can do to lessen the burden?
I think it would be good if you spent more time listening, and if we ask you questions, genuinely answering them.
Fantastic, yes. I love that idea. How about this then? We'll play a game. I do love games, and I'll answer any questions you have as honestly as I can, unless I'm honor bound to keep them a secret. Sound good?
I like that.
Ro's gonna look, yeah.
Fantastic. So, here's what we'll do. I happen to be feeling the presence of a small scattering of puka in the woods across the lake. You go, for every one you capture, I'll answer one question of each of you completely honestly.
Wait.
See, this is...
Wait. I don't think that's what she meant.
No?
No, she meant you sit there and answer questions, and we don't have to do anything to earn them.
Oh,
You
that's
had-
not very
you led
sporting,
us.
is it?
You're
I've had to
talking
earn
of
all of my
another.
knowledge.
You led with saying that you felt bad about the way you had burdened and want to lessen the burden, but then your solution to that was to
Right.
place another burden on us.
It's not so much a burden. I mean, they're definitely going to kill someone from the town eventually.
All right, then we should be able to get information about this from you without having to capture and bring
I'll
them to
fucking
you.
do
mean
it,
they'd
but
be
I
here
need to know what a
eventually.
puka is. I'll fucking do
and
it.
and also how they're dangerous and just what we're up against.
Puka, bog lights, will of the wisps, and ringing any bells.
Yes, but I have found that many things that I have read about are not quite accurate to what they actually are. So, can this be a free truth of the matter?
Truth
Sure.
should be free.
You know what?
As
Yes,
always.
fine. I'll give you a hand. Here, and he reaches into his robe and pulls out this a cage that's entirely like glass, but it still somehow has bars in it, like they're inlaid in the glass. And he opens a little door and says, "Put them in here. It's a puka lantern. Should serve you well. Yeah, they're little lights, sort of bluish in hue, sometimes green. If they're red, you've done something terribly wrong. You burn the requisite herbs. I should have a sachet somewhere in. and he pulls out a little sachet of herbs. Put this in an incense burner, and it should calm them down. They will show you things. Don't listen to the things they show you. Definitely don't stay in the visions. If you stay in the visions, they will eat your soul. And then just put them in the lantern, bring them back. For every one you get, I'll answer one question of each of you. Each of you get a question for each puka. How about that?
Shauna?
Shauna's like head in hands on her desk, like, oh my god, this is happening.
Where is Edric at on this?
Edric
Mhm.
has been like slowly edging behind.
Is Edric
like,
going to also
the
be
door.
here when we get back? Can Edric participate in this?
Edric's here. Oh, Edric's here. Edric, my boy. And he like grabs him by the lapel and pulls him close. Where have you been? Goodness gracious. Can't keep sneaking off like that. Anyways, and he puts his arm around Edric.
He's been
and he
asking Shauna for help on something he's been working on.
says, hello? Yes, Master. I had intended to inform you. I just didn't know where you were. Apparently we're in Africa. So basically, we're working on a bit of a project, and we're having trouble with some of the translations. And just seeing as you were around with these languages we used, we thought you might be able. Yes, of course, translations. Why didn't you say this? Edric. Yes, Master. The last time we spoke. Yes, Master. You took something from me, didn't you? I may have done, Master, yes. Where is it? I don't have it on me. You lost it, boy! No, Master, I do promise I did not lose it. I have it at my laboratory right now. Well, we're going there presently, Edric.
I thought you were going to stay here and wait for us to come back.
Oh, blast and confound it. Fine, Edric. I'll see you in a week.
Ren really enjoyed seeing Edric squirm.
Mhm.
No real
I'm like,
reason.
I'm gonna try and use my stinking question on Edric. Do not let that man leave.
All right. You stay here and help Shauna do this thing, and I'll go get my item, and I'll be back, okay?
So you're leaving?
For now.
You're honor
Okay.
bound to return.
Yes, this is a game I made. I won't miss it. Not like that one time in '85. Gotta have that
Yeah, but
happen
not-
again.
Not in, like,
1985 or
15 years.
1885 or 1785?
1785. How young do you think I am?
You haven't told us.
Oh, I suppose I have. Edric, how old am I? Master, no one knows how old you are. Really? Not even me? Not even you? Oh. Drat. Well, anyways, I'll be back in a tick. And he like begins chanting some like deep guttural language you've never heard
Oh,
before.
is that
And
gonna
Edric's like,
knock out
stop,
our
stop, stop,
friendship?
stop, 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 stop. Like, almost tackles him. You can't teleport again. You just said you would lessen your magical footprint. Oh, bollocks, I did. Well, where the hell's this laboratory then? I'll walk you out. I'll be back as well. Don't worry. And they sort of both walk out the door.
So Will-o'-the-Wisps.
Yeah, Shauna, are these things that should be captured and put in lanterns, or should they be allowed to be free?
He did say they would kill people if they weren't
Oh.
captured.
Well,
Is
Well,
that
be
true?
honest.
So technically a little.
Are
I mean, I
they-
still want to check him out, but
Catch and release, I guess.
they're more of a Scottish thing, but they do sort of lure people to their deaths and all that. They are
Right.
dangerous. They are generally not, because people don't tend to go where they go, but I have noticed lately that there's an increase of magical energy in the area that might have attracted them. They can pop up sort of wherever. So either they're part of the reason why he's here in the first place and he just forgot, or it's good timing, but either way, capturing them probably wouldn't do much harm, and he's going to get his hands on some anyway if he wants them. So
do we go?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right.
Is did did they leave the book behind?
The book is on Shauna's
Javia's in the
desk.
background, just like, oh, we're gonna put this lantern, but they're doing it very slow, like waiting for people to leave the room.
Yeah, the book is on Shauna's desk still.
Oh, okay. Stephanie's just gonna like wink at Kavya. Shauna, would you mind stepping outside and then just going over the actual procedure? Cause you know that sometimes I don't, you know, he kind of said if you make any of them red that it's a bad thing. So, do you just like a quick, just like outside, quick lesson?
Okay,
Or if
what's
there's any
the
tracking
deception
ropes that
roll
would
in this
help.
fucking game?
Yeah, there's no way in hell you're not rolling deception for that. Like,
If there's any way to track them,
Ahem.
might be useful.
I think it might be
what do we?
smooth talking, maybe.
Is that one?
have the
I'm
skill.
there's a lot of skills in this game. One sec.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
skills.
Okay, just tell me
If you
a
have a
skill
skill
that you
set.
think would be relevant, Sylvia, if you have one, and then if you don't, then you'll
I
just
think-
not add it.
Oh yeah, smooth talking says it's lie convincingly or to confuse and deceive others, so it would be smooth talking.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. I don't
Um,
have that one.
Okay, so it'll
I do
just
have
be.
stealth. I don't know if that applies.
I think
and
that would only apply if you were trying to subtly grab the book at the moment.
Right, like a physical
Okay.
thing.
Could use seduction.
Can roll for seduction.
Well, that's
do
literally a
have-
skill. I'm not kidding. That is literally a skill you could have.
I do have research and investigation.
Yeah, you sure do. That'll be great if and when you get your hands on the book. What is
I
the?
think you're just gonna do straight intelligence at this point if
Yeah.
you don't have
Just
the
doing
skill.
it.
I think you know what
We're just
you know what
doing it.
I'll leave it up to you. You can roll intelligence and see how many successes you get, or you can do opposed willpower with Shauna.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Ooh, okay. We're doing the willpower because that's
Okay, cool.
higher. Let's do that.
Gotta get better odds, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What'd you get?
That
Good.
was a total of 10.
A total of 10.
Okay,
Yo,
okay, that's not
Shauna
not
also
bad at
got a
all.
total of 10.
Oh,
no.
So what do you add to
No.
willpower?
I had a 3.
Okay, Shauna totally beats you on that.
Yeah.
So it makes sense for a minute, and then Shauna's like, actually, you know what might be helpful? And she pulls a book down from her bookshelf on like will-o-wisps, and it's like, here, take that. It should have as much advice as you need. I need to finish this up here, but best of luck to y'all, and if you need me, of course, you know how to find me.
Okay, that sounds great. And Stephanie's gonna like twirl around like really fast, with the book, and exit.
Awesome.
Oh, I love that.
Rose following behind, like, oh, can I memorize that book real quick? And just look, Rose's character sheet is a little bit insane.
Yeah, mundane stats and skills are insane. I believe that she could do that.
I do too. Yeah,
I mean, I
it's-
was hoping like we'd all get a look at it if we're all going to be doing the thing. I did want to ask, like, is there anything any of us would like already know besides the obvious about Will of the Wisps?
Yeah,
Well, that
can we
depends.
like roll a knowledge
think-
check on this?
I mean, have any of you researched Scottish Fae and or psychopops before?
Not. Hmm.
Ren, I could
Actually-
see an argument.
Yeah, I was gonna
Know
say
your enemy
like,
kind of vibe.
if it's fae, like any magical creatures, it's like we hunt them.
Yeah.
That is a thing. So I
Yeah.
think I would have at least some base knowledge about like all of like the most common magical creatures because it's like you're gonna come across them eventually.
Yeah,
type of
no,
thing.
totally valid. I think yeah. Go ahead and give me an intelligence on this.
Love it. Can you guys hear my cat begging for
Yeah.
food?
Yes.
It's adorable.
That's just Shauna's familiar. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Yeah,
The
so
cat
I
that
think this
followed
is going to be a
Rowan.
difficult check. This will be a
Okay.
difficult one because they're not very
Cool.
common here on this side of the pond.
All right. That was an 8 and intelligence, straight up intelligence. It is a. Can I use my sentinel education stat instead because it's higher than my intelligence?
Yeah, fine.
All right. So my sentinel education is 4 plus an 8. That is a 12.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So basically, these little dudes will sort of entrance you. They'll lock you in memories that you'd rather not experience. And then if you aren't saved or if you don't rip yourself out of the memory, then they will slowly like consume you. And you'll just kind of be like a
Delightful.
husk. You turn into like a bog mummy basically because there's nothing in your body anymore. Yeah, that's kind of their vibe. If they turn red, basically that means like they're threatened and they will start like making magical effects happen around you as well as trying to entrance you. So depending on like how you approach them can influence like the plan of attack basically. You know that you should not approach even one of these without at least a team of 3 because if 2 of you get entranced, the third one can wake people up. But if you come across a group of them, close your eyes, close your ears, and just run in a direction. Drowning is better than dying to one of these guys.
That sounds delightful. Love it. Love it. Okay, that's good to know. I think I'm probably going to wait until we're all outside or have reconvened at some point because I don't want to have to say this to each of them like,
Mhm.
5 times. Yeah, okay.
Out of everyone, Kavia would not be there, but they'll join
What is
later. Like
Kavya doing?
they're like eating snacks and just like strolling about and like fixing their lantern. Just waiting.
Yeah,
We
I'm
thought that
fully like already outside, making my way towards the woods.
Like, is it just you and
Well, I think
Like
I've
Shauna?
like okay. Did we ever determine which of us have cars? Because I
No.
definitely have a
Oh, no,
very
I
old,
meant
beat
for
up car.
Caveat, like,
Oh.
is it just you and Shauna in the room now? Like, are you
that
letting
they were
everybody
expecting
leave?
Shauna to follow Stephanie.
Yeah.
So they're kind of just like they like did that like the U-turn, being like, "Oh, dang it, the walls are pretty," kind of like moment, and taking it really slow. So I'm guessing while you guys are outside, I'll switch back to that inside for a sec.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
well-
like
well-
outside in the car. The engine is running, waiting for everybody to get in.
Shauna sees you
okay.
sort of milling about in there and is like, "Is there something I can help you with? Do you have any questions?"
Well, I didn't need any questions from him, but do I have to go too?
I think you might want to, just because they're dangerous to go with less people. Also, I think you could probably think of a question to ask him. He doesn't often do these sorts of games. He did for me once, and now I'm here, basically. He knows a lot. He might even know stuff about your ancestors if you want questions answered about them. You never know.
Yeah, let's go to the woods. And they have thigh-high heel boots on, by the way. And they on the circle, and they're just like,
I fully have extra
are
combat boots in my car,
$200.
probably.
God damn it.
I almost certainly have extra combat boots in my car. They're covered in mud, but you can use them.
Javier spent like $200 on this. They're like, this was a look. Okay. And then, so they take the lantern and they'll follow and kind of look at the book and be like, I'll be back. And then just the guy goes to the car.
So like what Edric is gonna be there when we get back, so you could just ask him for the book, right? We can loop him into this. We can guilt trip him into this or something. I don't know.
I doubt. I would certainly doubt he would do that. Looked like he definitely did not want us looking at it more than anybody else.
He also
So,
called that guy master, so like.
yeah, in which case, we'd be able to get the old man to help us take the book from Edric. Not
Exactly.
the other way around.
Exactly. Well, like
Edric's
he can
would
order
be
Edric to give it to us.
No help at all. Also, doubt that's gonna happen considering. Yeah, Shauna probably, I get a feeling, doesn't want us looking at it either.
We'll find a way.
This was a moment that Kavya got in the car. She just immediately like, so we were all vibing about that book. That's not okay. That's good. That's good to know. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What this
Yeah.
book? This whole time, Ro has just been like going through the book that Shauna handed on the Will-O-Wisp.
I'm driving towards the
No.
woods as we're having this conversation. Now, it's a very, very old, beat up car. It looks like it shouldn't run, but actually all the damage is cosmetic, and that's why I got it so cheap.
It's a Toyota Tercel.
And every
No,
now
it
and
is.
then
It's
Ro-
actually it's a
that
2001
much.
Ford Focus. I will not
Not
drive
that
a
old
Toyota
then.
again.
Not that old then.
But it's definitely very beat up. I will never drive a Toyota again.
and every now and then, like Ro will just look up from the book and be, oh, left here. You're right.
I know where I'm
Sure,
going.
sure.
Yeah, I think, honestly, we might have to steal it. I wouldn't want the old man knowing too much either. And I don't trust him. So, yeah. By the way, a couple things you should know. I don't know if it's in that book you're reading at all, Ro. Will o' the Wisps, we're gonna have to go in together, whether you all like it or not. And she looks very pointedly at Kavya. um,
What I do?
yeah, very painful deaths. Um, if you get trapped, we're gonna need each other to snap each other out of it, type of thing. They're very dangerous. We should look to see if we can find one on its own. If it's in a group, you close your eyes, you close your ears, and you fucking run, essentially. So, this isn't going to be as easy as you'll think it is. I hope none of you have any unresolved trauma because they will bring it up. They specialize in nightmares. They drive you crazy. They make you want to die, and then they kill you.
Sounds like high school.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
gonna be
we
fun.
survived that.
This will be.
I was going to say,
This will
is
be
it
fine.
is
It'll be
possible
fine.
because it's possible to experience regular nightmares without going crazy. So I think we'll be okay.
We got
These
this.
aren't
At least I got this.
Regular nightmares, though. They're magically induced nightmares, which
Magically
are
enhanced nightmares, one might say.
They are
Well.
worse. They're pretty bad.
Miriam, go ahead and roll me a driving task really fast.
Okay.
Oh no! Please don't make us die before we even get there.
I have 2 levels in driving. What's the stat that I add to that other than my
Yes.
skill?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. Thank you. D10s. I forgot to rearrange my dice, so I still have my wizard dice all arranged. Okay, 7 plus my driving is 2 plus my dexterity is 3, so 12.
Awesome. Yeah, you
Hopefully
managed
that's
to.
enough we don't die, right?
Yeah, you managed to avoid swerving into a tree as a sort of blue flame appears in the air right in front of the car, and you hear like a in your ear, and you do
Oh shit,
swerve,
I pull
but
no,
you
I
recover.
I swerve, I pull over to the curb and I immediately get out. Like, hey, I think we found one.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't piss them off. Please don't piss them off.
Everybody,
know
give
what
me a quick
pisses them
willpower.
I feel like they might have. We almost ran
Roll
them
for
over.
what?
Give me a quick willpower, everybody.
Is this a basic test? A
Yeah,
simple
yeah.
test?
So
Okay.
it's a simple
roll
test.
and add double your willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
What did
I
we
got
roll
a
again?
10, so
sorry.
that's an 18.
Willpower.
And this is
Whoa.
not a fear test.
No, not yet.
So
Wait, why do you
roll
get to
plus
add
willpower
double?
times
That's
2.
cool.
Everybody
Yeah,
gets
because
to
it's
add
a
double
double.
simple
willpower.
test.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
8.
17. My willpower is 6. That's automatically a 12 for me.
Oh.
Homo
Yeah.
say what?
So I rolled a 5. So
13.
13. Wow. Okay. Kavya?
Then is it a D6 that we roll?
It's a D10.
D10.
Yeah. Always
Thank
D10.
you. Yeah, my brain.
New game. New game.
So it's a D10 plus double your willpower stat.
Oh. Okay, this is a 6.
Oh.
18.
Hell
Say
yeah.
again?
Sorry. Hold on.
18?
Wait.
She also
I
has
also got an 18 as well.
My
Because I got a
God.
10 plus 8, so.
You guys.
Nice.
Well, you rolled a 10?
Where there's a will.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Sorry, 16.
again.
Sorry, I can't count.
Oh, it
Oh.
explodes? Shit.
Oh,
What
I
if
got a
it's an
10
8?
too.
That's an
That's
8?
an 8, so that's
Okay, so you add 3. You add 3. to that.
26?
You only add what you get above 5.
Oh.
So
This
you
game's rules
add-
are a little bit confusing.
add 3.
Apologies.
So you get,
Yeah.
you
So
get
you're at a 21, Rosie.
Yeah, 21. Which is more than enough. So
Okay.
Ro, actually,
Hi.
you
Yes.
guys step out of the car. Ro, you're having a nightmare,
Oh, I'm used to this.
and that's where we'll take our break.
Okay.
We will be back
Rude.
in about 10 minutes, gang, for this fun little encounter I have planned.
Yay!
Nothing
Uh,
bad can happen.
Do join us soon.
No, it's fine.
Where we figure out just what the hell's going on with these little light guys and who this old dude is.
How old?
See you guys in 10. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We're here again for the back half of Covencraft, episode 2. Very exciting. Where we left off, Ro was entranced by a will of the wisp. Ro, you're having a nightmare.
Yes, I'm used to this.
Where are you?
I think that it's somewhere that feels tight, like indoors, definitely not outside. Something like a small dark room, or maybe an abandoned, or maybe a big abandoned factory, but something where it is very much inside and I know that I cannot get out.
All you know is that it's dark and that it's cold. There's a small doorway, very square, with a little bit of light sort of coming around the edges of it. And you know you're here for a reason, but you don't want to be here anyway. You hear arguing, sort of muffled and perhaps even a little far away. A male and a female voice going back and forth, obviously trying to hurt each other very badly with their words. You know this upsets you. You're not sure why. As you wait and hide, you know you can't leave. You know you shouldn't leave. You know you want to leave. And soon, you need to leave because there are vines growing. And you know that that's bad. Where do you go?
You said that there was an area of light.
Yeah, it's like when you're in a dark room with a closed door and the light's on the other side.
Yeah. But on the other side of that light and door is also where the shouting is coming from.
Mhm.
Part of Ro, like knowing that, yes, the vines are bad, but also the vines are leading to, they must be coming from an outside. And outside is good, and that direction has to be better than what's towards the light. And Ro wants so badly to just reach into those vines and trust in those vines to have her and hold her and take her somewhere better. But with you saying that she knows the vines are bad, she's going to resist that urge to just go for the vines and go for that light instead, even though she knows she can't trust it.
Yeah. You open the door. You're in a storage space in an finished attic room. As you exit and stand up, you're shorter than you're used to being. You think maybe you're a kid. You hear the shouting coming from the next room. The room you're in is very bare. There are things packed in boxes, some 4 high stacks of boxes across the room. There are no personal effects left, but there are a little bit, some spots of color where they tried to cover up that time you drew with crayon on the walls. The vines follow you, growing towards your ankles now that you're standing. Where do you go?
Earlier today, Ro noticed when the sunlight passed from one tree to another. And you said that there is bits of light still streaming into this room. So there's still something in her that wants to just stop in place and just let the vines take her ankles and see how much more they'll take. But she still doesn't believe that she
Willpower
can't.
test.
Okay. So just D10 plus my willpower. That's an 8.
I'm going to let you interpret what a soft failure does here.
I think that because she takes too long to try and decide, the vines are able to grab one of her ankles. And whatever happens after that, maybe there would be another moment for her to try something else, but I think that it is going to grab her. And I
Okay.
think she's probably going to be tripped by it and
Yeah.
now be on the ground of this attic.
Yeah. So 1 minute you're standing, trying to decide what to do. The next you're crawling. You might not be 100% sure why, but you pretty much know it's the vines. The moment the vines touch your ankle, the shouting stops. You hear footsteps. The door is flung open. 2 people stand there, but their faces are blurry and distinct. You can't quite make them out. You're not sure if you even remember them, but you know you're in trouble. Everyone else. Rose steps out of the car and just starts to stare at this little light. Head slightly cocked to the side, pupils dilated, eyes wide, mouth slack. What do you do?
Well, fuck. That didn't take very long, did it? Who has the lantern?
I'd like to gently punch her shoulder. Gently.
Avia looks at Stephanie to see if they did. Just
Just to
naturally.
make sure, just because
Just to make sure.
Stephanie's not passed out for another reason.
Stephanie's struggling with the seatbelt to get out of the car.
Yeah, very fair. So you
Okay.
She hasn't even seen
they're
the whisk
fine.
yet.
you're like, you've got it tangled in like a buckle on, like you're wearing like a buckle, and like you have to unbuckle the buckle, but that makes it work somehow. And so you buckle it again, but now it's buckled over the seatbelt, and you're like, what the hell? So Miriam, you punch Ro on the shoulder gently.
Mhm.
Right. Roll. What would you roll to convince somebody?
To convince somebody? Let me see here. I have a, well, it depends on, could I use intimidation here, considering the method?
Yeah. Why the hell not?
Awesome.
I'm not driving.
I'm
Wow.
not driving.
So is that gonna be willpower or intelligence or what?
Let's go with willpower.
Okay, primary attribute willpower, 4 secondary intimidation 2, so 7 plus 6, 13.
How about that? Okay. As Ro, you see these people open the door and you know you're in trouble. One reaches a hand out towards you. The vines constrict around your ankle really hard, and then you wake up.
I
You're
like
on the
kind
road
of
again.
gently touch your shoulder, and then I like grab both your shoulders and turn you towards me away from the light. Hey,
Uh,
good? You said you're used to nightmares.
yes.
Yeah, that's what Ren said not to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm here.
Yeah. She doesn't seem to be under for very long. That's
I mean, it
another
I
seems
wasn't.
like you still have your soul.
we
How
have
long?
to
How?
keep
How?
looking at
how
each
long?
other.
Like
Okay.
couple
Not too long.
seconds. Couple seconds, maybe. Kavya, you got the lamp?
If
Oh, yeah.
anyone else goes in, it it might feel like longer.
At that,
Got
you
it.
hear another. Yeah. You look over. There's 2 more now.
Fuck. Stephanie gets out of the car and
Before-
like slams the car door.
They will, if they would take Ro's hand, if Ro would allow. I think
Are you
their
going to try
battery's
and
dead.
pull? Are you going to try and pull Rose's hand like away from their ears? Like if you want to grab like lead Rose
Oh, no,
by
no,
the
no,
arm.
no.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I thought your
look
headphones
helpless.
were dying.
Oh no, Rose
So
just like that.
they'll
yeah.
just like hold like where this part of the hand is, and do like 3 pulsing like pushes on their hand, just saying like, "This is real. This is
Mhm.
real.
Mhm.
This is real," and kind of not let go until like they open their eyes again. But if there's 2 around us, like, how visible are they?
Are there 2
Very.
or 3?
There's 3 now.
Or 3?
There's 2 more
Yeah.
than there were. And thank you for bringing that up because Stephanie, you just got out of the car, right? Give me a willpower real quick.
Oh.
Oh God.
Okay.
And this is difficult because there's 3
Yeah.
of them now.
Okay.
You got this.
So
But-
we just add the flat.
So willpower plus just a d10. Don't double it.
Yeah. Okay. That went better than I expected. So that is a 12.
Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, you glance at them and they don't manage to hook you quite in enough time for you to like sort of glance away again.
Oh shit. Y'all, there's 3 of
Okay.
them.
Who
We
has
got-
the
Yes.
lantern?
Don't look at them, okay? If you have to look at each other, keep glancing at
Mm.
each other. That will, 1, keep our eyes off of them, and 2, we'll be able to notice if one of us goes under immediately, because it's a time thing. The longer, the worse it is, and the harder it is
Yeah.
to snap you out. Okay, if you have something you can cover your ears with, do that. All right, we'll be like gesturing and stuff like that. So if you can do that, do that. And she has like her backpack that she took to the one with like her daggers in it and stuff, because she didn't want to wear to wear the daggers, so she brought them in a backpack. So she has her backpack. Yay. And so she has earplugs and she puts them in and she's like, all right, if any of you can do anything about that. And she's just looking at them from face to face
Mhm.
to make sure she
I was
doesn't
looking
look
up-
directly at them.
Yeah. I was looking at what headphones existed, and they have the first ever like iPhone, so they're just like, I was
Boop.
literally trying to imagine what that was. They're just plugging it in and just have music, and you just hear music coming from their ears, just like playing, and they just show
Hell
the face of the iPhone, be like,
It's 3 days grace.
Good.
I think that like
Yeah.
Ro just has some beeswax in one of the pockets of her jacket, and
She
we'll
just
take
makes
that
the little
Yeah. Hey, those were the first earplugs. Some beeswax.
PPE is for chumps. I don't have anything.
PPEs for chumps.
Yeah.
MAGA
Stephanie just
Miriam in
puts up her
here.
hood, that's
Anti-mask Miriam. All right. So
She's
for the person that didn't put PPE in when 2 more appeared, Actually, Kavya, did you put any PPE on? Oh yeah, you said you had the music.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah, no, nothing bad can happen to me. So
Give me a quick willpower difficulty.
you
Difficult.
got it.
Difficulty.
You
Difficult.
willpower : difficult. You got it.
Yes.
Pow. That's a
Who
9
has-
+ 4 for a 13. Nothing bad
Killing
can
it.
happen to me.
Killing it, dude.
Who has the lantern?
Kavya.
Okay. I think that Ro would just point at the lantern.
What?
That's how we catch them. That's how we neutralize them. Is in
I'll
there.
reach out
Huh.
to take. I'm looking at everybody's faces, but I'm paying attention to my peripheral vision and like trying to keep track of where they are in my peripheral.
Really quick, Kavya.
Yeah.
As you take out one of your earbuds and say "what," a purple light appears next to Kavya's head, and you hear your mother's voice in your ear. Go ahead and roll the willpower.
Damn it.
Is one by one. I'm just
We live by the jokes.
11?
We die by the jokes, gang.
it's just
Fantastic.
one, right? We're not doubling willpower.
Yeah, no, you're not doubling willpower.
11.
Cool. Yeah, so you hear your mother's voice say something, you're not quite sure what, you just knew it was your mom's voice. You're like, oh shit, put it back in, you're good.
They just like
Um,
motion to this, like, do you want this? And mouth it to Ro, like, you can have it. But maybe I want it. I don't know. And kind of like does that like back and forth with the lantern and start like
Oh my god, can we just use it?
Does anyone know how?
Yeah.
Ro read the book in the car, and I have photographic memory.
We love Ro.
Nice
Nice.
to meet you.
They'll hand the thing to Ro.
So yeah, I assume Ro knows how to use it. Ro also has fast reaction time and situational awareness, so I feel like we can do a quick little "they're there" boop.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Does shit. Would I know?
But would I need to roll for that? Can I add the situational awareness and the fast
So-
reaction time to do this catch?
This is going to be a channeling roll, but you're a mundane.
Oh, yeah.
So you add nothing on the skill, but you do add your willpower to the roll.
I can't argue for fast reaction time or situational awareness.
Both of
here.
those things are serving you in that you put earplugs in time and you got the lantern in time and you can still use it.
Sweet. Okay, okay. So I am just rolling d10 plus will.
Mhm.
Great. I'm gonna use this little starry dice.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, dice.
8.
8.
I got a 5 on the die.
Got a big old
Hope
ocho
it's not
coming in. gang.
magic.
Yeah, so you open it. You say the command word that's written on it. And one of the wisps sort of like begins to like sort of get attracted to it for a minute because it like starts, this soft blue glow comes from within, painting the glass sides in like these iridescent like prismatic blues and purples and things, as it slowly glows, and then it stops glowing and the wisp sort of goes away again.
Stephanie walks over, puts her hand holds the lantern with Ro, and just like is not looking at the wispy thingies, and makes eye contact with Ro and just kind of like gives like a nod of like, let's try this again. And Stephanie's gonna
Ro-
try to like add
Gesundheit.
some of her essence to whatever Ro is trying to do.
Awesome, I love this. Okay, now we have a ritual on our hands.
I have an
Oh.
essence
Did
roll.
it.
Can I use
Yes.
that here?
Yes,
Oh.
you just can't
Oh.
start a ritual because you're a mundane. That was the only reason
Got
why it
it.
didn't
Cool,
happen
cool.
before.
Oh.
So now we have a ritual on our hands, gang.
Yeah.
This thing begins to glow again. So how this is going to work is every time you guys roll a willpower save, you're going to roll it together. For every 1 above 10, you will not lose an essence. You're going to lose 10 essence every time I ask.
Okay.
And if you run out, you're done. You pass out.
Sweet.
Does it drain one of us at a time, or is it like
No.
a collective? Okay.
Okay. All
I love
together
it.
now, babes.
We got this. We got this.
The Mondays have a lot of essence. You'll be fine.
Nothing
Yeah.
bad can happen to
I
Miriam,
do.
so we're okay.
I will say, for every person partaking in the ritual, I will reduce the amount that is drained.
Sweet.
Rose
participating.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll also, because like I was like, I'll take the lantern. Oh, I don't know how to do it. I guess give it to Ro. Okay, Ro's not doing it. Let me get in here too. I will definitely also pitch in some energy
Word.
here and
Love to see it.
such.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So you three, give me a willpower.
Simple or difficult?
We'll make it simple now that you are
Okay.
actually using the ritual.
So how does
Simple means you double your willpower before you act.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay. Then 7.
Awesome.
Math is hard. 15.
Rose, not
And
magic.
13.
Okay. Sick. Yeah. So each of you is going to lose 2 essence.
Okay.
Ro, you feel that nightmare start to take hold again, and then you feel your friend's hands on yours, and you don't fall under.
Not alone, not alone, not alone, not alone.
Hell yeah. What are the other 2 doing?
I think Ren, because there's already 3 of them doing the thing, and again, she's not fond of using her essence because she's been forced to use it so many times that she's just like, I don't want to do this. So I'm going to stand over here, and she is just looking at them in turn and kind of ready to, if one of them falls under, to like snap them out of it, because her hands are not tied to whatever is happening there. So she's, just kind of waiting for something to happen. And also, like, if any of them like look like they got drained too much or whatever, to like be like, okay, you're done. And then
Yeah, right. You're on standby.
thing.
You're playing
Yeah,
libero right now.
So I'm just looking at them and trying to gauge to be the first to respond if anything does go wrong.
Awesome. Love to see that. Quickly roll me an observation, please. Is Yuri muted?
Oh, oops. I do have a skill called surveillance as well that helps
Perfect.
me with like stuff like that. So you said to roll you a what?
Observation. Which I believe
uses
if you're
which
using
ones?
surveillance instead, just use surveil plus your what is
Perception.
perception? Yeah, perception.
Yeah, perception
Oh,
is literally
perception.
like its own stat in this.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I'm like, is perception just a D&D thing in my head? Like, am I being?
It's its own
Right.
stat in this. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I get a +6, but I rolled shit, so I have a 9.
Awesome. Hey, that's still a
Still
success.
Yeah.
So you do succeed. You are sort of like watching very intently, waiting for like a crack in the armor, waiting for someone to go down, someone to look drained. You're really paying attention until something in the corner of your eye sort of catches your glance for a moment. You think you might have seen one of the trees move. You're not sure.
Fuck.
Kavya, what are you
delicious.
up to?
They're a little less concerned. So if people start dropping, they're just like, okay. I guess I have to look at them and make sure they're okay. But did the channeling look like it worked from their point?
I mean, this thing is glowing like a Christmas tree at this point. Very seasonal reference there, gang. Welcome to December. And like the 3 of them sort of have their eyes closed and are focusing. And I mean, it looks like it is starting to influence these things. They're like starting to like move around a little faster. They're looking a little worried, kind of thing. If you could interpret the body language of little fire wisps, but
I want to say for the record, Miriam does not have her eyes closed.
Okay. So sorry.
They would like to has to make this quickly as possible. They want to like do a little bit of an essence shield.
Mm. Very smart. So, mechanically, how does that look?
Good question. It's a whole
I have
paragraph.
it. Would you like me to read it? I have it on my own
I
character
have
sheet,
it.
So okay, I was gonna say I also
Yeah,
have
you're
that
good.
skill. So
Yeah. They for 3 essence points, I can get a shield with a protection level of 10 plus the success levels of the focus task.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and roll me that focus task.
What is the roll for a focus task?
I am
I'm on it.
unsure. See, this is why I don't have I can't have a bunch of Google Chrome open when I do streams because
Yeah.
my computer. But I'm like, I don't need to.
Mm.
Rosie's here. we have Rosie. Rosie's
We
great.
appreciate you, Rosie.
Appreciate the hell out of Rosie being here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also just too many
essence
numbers.
channeling. Okay, so what is your channeling level?
4.
4? Okay, so you could definitely get enough essence in a single turn for that channeling. Okay, focus. Focus and dismissal are resolved as a single task using the invocation level of the character, the appropriate attribute, typically willpower, and any other modifiers that might apply. So what's your shielding level?
Level 1.
Okay, so it would be, assuming that Haven would agree, this would be a willpower casting. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. D10 plus willpower plus 1 for your shielding level.
Not willpower doubled, right?
No, because this is not a saving throw, essentially.
Yeah,
A
this isn't
15.
a test. 15. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So pretty good. Ren, you have just noticed. You think one of the trees may have moved. The three of you participating in the ritual. You have the option to disengage from the ritual and do something else, or you'll all be rolling another willpower save.
I'm staying in.
If I didn't notice the tree moving, I'm staying. Which I don't think I did.
Yeah, only Ren did.
Yeah, same.
Roll them bones.
Ooh.
Still simple?
Yes, for now.
13.
Quite the
12.
hesitation. Oh no.
No.
That's a 7.
Oh, Stephaniel, what are we doing with you?
It's Nathaniel.
The
Okay.
names that Haven makes.
Okay, so altogether, you guys lose. Sorry, give me the other two again, really quick.
13.
12.
Okay, so altogether, you lose 5 essence, each of you. As you lose 5 essence, Stephanie, you kind of did a bad fail. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's a real bad fail. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it up to you. Either one of these things is gonna grab you, or your power is gonna fuck this up somehow.
I think because tonight was the night of Circle, that her power was tapped into during Circle and is and then the surge of the essence happened, and so I feel like her power is like less in check than she's aware of on this auspicious night. So I think her magic is gonna mess this up.
Interesting that you say auspicious night, Sylvia. You all, anyone who's watching, does notice Stephanie sort of go slack. Your hand slips off the lantern glows a little less brightly. You sort of stare blankly forward, but you're not staring at one of the wisps. You're experiencing a vision. You see the moon, fuller than it is now, hanging over your head. You stand at a place of very high elevation. You watch as colors twirl and fire gouts and magical effects seem to be spouting from somewhere down near the shore of a lake you're familiar with but that you don't live on, the next lake over, Blue Mountain Lake. You think you might be standing on the titular Blue Mountain, but you're higher on it than you've ever been before. I mean, the air is thin, you're having trouble breathing. You turn around and a face is this far from yours, a face that has a seam clean down the middle, is half familiar, half unfamiliar, has two differing eye colors, is both male and female to your eye. What's everyone else doing?
So
we-
Stephanie's hand just slipped off of the lantern, right?
I think like Ro, because like realizing that I keep wanting to say Morwen, realizing that Ren is. Hey girl, hey, I love that we keep doing projects together.
Tune into somebody's heroes, gang.
I
Yeah.
Seeing
Shout
that
out.
Ren has been like watching, like ready to go to pick up, like Ro's going to call for Ren. Like, Ren, can you help Stephanie?
Yeah, so Ren had actually like turned away from the group and so didn't notice that until like Ro mentioned it. Cat, cow,
Because I
Y'all are
think
in
too
sync,
with
I'm
like
just saying.
Ro doesn't want to take her own hand off the lantern if like
Yeah.
especially if Miriam's is still on, because like Ro doesn't want all of that going to Miriam alone.
But yeah, because when she saw something move, like her first instinct is always like, oh no, they found me. That's just like her reaction every single time because she's paranoid as fuck and with good reason. And so she like turned away from the group and she's not dumb enough to like look up and around because she knows where she is, and so the next best thing is she's looking at the floor, like the forest floor to where she saw the movement, because if the tree moved there would have been like drag marks of the roots, or there like soil would have been moved or upturned somehow, and then based on that she'd be able to tell. Oh hell yeah, drink. So refreshing, thank you. She would have been able to tell, like, was it a tree, is it something dragged, or is there like a print, like an animal or person print, right? Because those three would be like, I think, pretty obvious for her to tell apart, even if she can't tell exactly what it was, right?
Yeah, sure.
So she just wants to rule out the whole like it's another human being, because that's worst case scenario for her right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she was looking around. Does she notice anything before Ro calls to her?
Toss me another surveillance real quick.
Sure. I hope I roll better this time. Oh,
Toss the
okay. That's
surveillance to your
7
chronicler.
plus perception.
Belly of plenty.
Surveillance 6. There's a 12.
A 12. How about that? Yeah, so you notice again like a slight shift. It almost, your eye kind of blurs when you're looking at the tree line for a second, and you're not sure exactly what you're looking for or what you're looking at. It's almost like a piece of the scenery may have shifted or something. It's like there's a fold in the sort of in the painting that is this forest line, you know. It just feels off, but you're not sure
Yeah.
exactly what you're looking at.
Yeah, I think it would be a very like, I'm not sure what is wrong, but I can tell something is wrong. We need to finish this and get the fuck out of here as fast as we can.
Precisely.
Yeah, and that's kind of what she's thinking when Ro kind of goes like, Ren, like, can you help?
Need a hand here,
And
pal.
she, like, yeah, so she turns around to the girls and it's like, oh shit, like, right, because their mind had totally wandered. And now she's debating whether to try to snap Stephanie out of it, or now that there's a sense of urgency for her to finish this, if she wants to put her own hand and be like, fuck it, let's just keep going as much as she can. So she looks up to our gifted friend, as in are you gonna hop in? And I grab like she's like, which one are you doing? And I'm doing the other type of thing. So it's like,
And
are
I,
you helping Stephanie or are you gonna
mhm. They were
smack
just
me in the
standing
face?
there, just being like, I am standing in mud
Yeah.
in these heels, and I'm like that kind of
I
face.
She's
offered
just
you
like,
other
Um,
boots.
come on.
Doesn't fit the look.
They
It's
didn't,
we
yeah.
were going for a look today. They kind of can I do notice to see if Ren's showing a different level of awareness? Like this is looks like danger.
If you can tell she's a little panicked, yeah.
And just to understand, does the essence shield like go around us, or is it
I
just only
believe it's
Kavia?
personal.
Ah, okay. Well, that fits her character anyway. So, they kind of just
I think
like
at higher levels
sigh.
you can project it. I think that might be a thing.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. They sigh. They're like leaning on one leg, roll their head like frustrated, and go to Stephanie and just like if they're on the ground,
Standing up.
standing up. Oh, but their arms felt like came off the
Yeah, just
channeling,
like
right?
just
Just
totally
like
slack, just sort of like head to the side, just like
They will get behind Stephanie, put their hands onto Kavia's hands like this, and then hold onto the rest of the circle. So like pretty much like bracing Stephanie from the back.
okay, awesome. Um,
Oh
I
my
don't know.
Yuri, did you
I
just sit in the
feel like
timeout
would
chair?
that that's the thing. That is neither of the things she wanted.
we to help Stephanie, right?
Yeah, to
Oh,
snap
that's
her,
helping
either
Stephanie.
snap her out of it or put
Oh,
your
they were
hand
just
on
like, let's
I
get
mean,
this done.
You
And
just
they like,
decorate Stephanie.
I think like when
So-
Kavia comes in, Miriam was also like reaching for Stephanie to try and like help her. Haven, I want to use one of my abilities, but I do not have enough essence channeling to do it in a single turn. It costs 5
Okay.
essence. My essence channeling level is 3. So you let me know once I start, like once enough time you feel like has passed for me to be able to do this, okay?
Okay, yeah.
But I'm also like grabbing Stephanie, hand off the lantern temporarily, sorry, to Ro. But I'm like, nope, not gonna let somebody else die in front of me.
Okay, 2 hands have dropped off the lantern at this point. 2 more wrists
Kavia
appear.
touching it now.
Yeah. Ro
Yeah,
is the only
so-
one holding this lantern right now.
For a
no,
split
wait, no,
second,
Kavia's
yeah.
holding
No,
on to you though.
Kavia-
Cool.
Grabbed Stephanie's hands and put
And it's
all
just-
Yeah.
4
Well,
on
that's
the lantern.
why I say for a split second. So basically, the way
Yeah.
Yeah.
that this played
Oh.
out was Stephanie started staring slack-jawed. Ro asked for help. Kavia grabbed Stephanie, put hands on as Miriam was also trying to do like a help Stephanie thing. So for a second, Ro was alone holding this light. And I think the way that this looks is you guys are sort of scrambling to the side. Ro is by herself holding out this lantern. Sort of hair getting blown back by this magic light sort of playing off of these green eyes,
Beautiful.
as the sun is starting to fully set, right? So I mean, this light's just getting brighter and brighter to your eye. And as this happens, 2 more sort of little lights appear, one of them red.
Got it.
Fuck. Okay. Would I know anything about appeasing these stupid lights?
Yeah, they're appeased when they kill somebody.
So we also
Great.
have the
Gotcha.
lantern
there is
that can catch
nothing-
them if we use it. Sorry.
Yeah, so there, like, she knows that once it has gone red, there is nothing that they would have the capability to do to turn it back, right?
Yeah, short
At
of
that
like
point.
running away, basically.
Right. Fuck.
With Stephanie on them, can they do anything to wake them up? Like, what is the check to do that?
Yeah, I was actually about to ask. Stephanie, go ahead and make that willpower really quick as you're trapped in this vision.
Is it
And
difficult
Kavia, if you
still?
if you want to go ahead and also make one, and then if you succeed, add that to the roll. Yeah, I'll say it's still difficult for now. Next turn it won't be if you're still in it.
What's that face?
I actually rolled a
got
4.
That's a 1.
I did roll a 4 for a total of 7.
I got a
Profit.
15.
Oh, fantastic! So we can add 5 to that roll,
Ooh,
and that makes it a
fudge.
success. You are out of the vision. You are being sort of almost like golf swing held, like a movie. You know what I mean?
it's like ghosts up in here.
Hey, yo,
Yeah.
take it easy, Patrick
wait,
Swayze.
Were they watching like a movie, right? In their
Uh,
thing?
They were doing pottery.
Yeah,
and the
they're
They're
ghost
doing
thing.
pottery.
And ghost,
Like
yeah.
I don't know like how the class is ending. That's kind of how like Javia's like, Stephanie, like as if they're being called like, Stephanie, class is over. Like that's just like it's like, wake up, wake up, wake up. And then like Stephanie is like, wake up.
Yeah, so actually that
Oh,
that
there you are.
face
Okay.
that was in front of you, the female half is the only half that talks and says, Stephanie, wake up, and then you wake up.
That's not
Oh.
creepy as shit at
No,
all. Not at all,
that's
Haven.
Not unsettling.
Almost like it's a nightmarish vision or something. I don't know. I was preparing to pull your soul back into your body, so I don't have to do that anymore.
Tug of war with a wisp.
Love it.
Oh my
Give it
gosh.
back. It's not yours.
Yeah, if you
I
were
think-
like slack jawed, like leaning on, you're like right here, and you just see Kavi's like, oh, you're awake, thank God.
Okay.
Yeah,
What did I
think
miss?
She has a lot like Ren has a lot of faith in and Kavya in because she knows that she is the only fully gifted in the group, right? And it's kind of like in her mind like, all right, it's last hurrah time where now that Kavya is there, even the next couple seconds they can't suck that motherfucker in. She's gonna tell everybody to just run.
Yeah.
Right?
Word.
Because if it doesn't happen like right now, time isn't a thing that's on their side. It's just gonna keep getting worse. So it's now or never, right? It's now or we run. And so she just like mouths to Kavi like go like fucking like drop everything in. And you'd be able to see that she's like a little panicked now because she doesn't want it's one of those things where it's if one of us like actually goes down, staying to help them puts everybody else at risk, and it's just like a domino effect thing, and she's not down for that. Especially not having any actual magic herself and knowing that she can't punch these things away, right? And she doesn't like things that she can't physically hurt because that means there's nothing she can do about it, and she doesn't like that she at all. So yeah.
Word.
So I'm gonna just
And you want
hold-
Kavi to let everything go, like not try to capture this
No,
thing,
like no, like go, like
You put your essence into this
yourself-
ritual.
like you're
as well.
touching
Yeah,
it now.
yeah.
You're our last
because
hurrah.
Kavi is not running,
type of
especially in these
thing.
moments, especially when it's chaotic. That's when it's like a switch turns on in her
Yeah.
brain. She's like, I'm fucking leaving this place with you, or like
Mhm.
we're going to happen.
Which is
Oh,
what
So-
she
likewise,
wants.
but in a different angle. Miriam is going to continue personally like gathering essence for herself because
Mhm.
even though it might be run on Ren's end, she is not going to let anybody's fucking soul leave their body. And I think in this moment she's tapping into something a little more instinctive, and she knows that she can use this essence to literally grab somebody's soul and prevent it from leaving their body. So she is like getting ready to keep them from taking your souls if this does go wrong.
Cool. So who's got a hand on the ball right now? Okay, 3 of you. So go ahead and roll me
And
that
then the ball is
willpower.
lantern, right?
The ball is in fact
Oh.
lantern.
Okay.
Yes.
I think
And via the transitive
knowing-
property, the lantern is life.
yeah, I think at this point, because this feels like very like last hurrah-ish to Ren, she would have grabbed Rosie and done what Kavya did to Stephanie and put
Oh.
their hands on it. So
Got
it's
it.
everybody now. She's just like, nah, but like we need to fucking
Miriam,
do this now.
are you resisting this?
Let me think about this.
Are you gonna win the arm wrestle with Ren?
No, I don't think I'm resisting, but I am using the momentum to also put Ren's hand on it as well. Then,
Yeah, yeah. That,
so
yeah, I was
all
just
5
like,
of us will.
it's all fucking in right
Yeah.
now.
And
Because-
Haven, because I was already channeling essence, would you allow me to put more essence into this now? Because I was trying to save up personal essence here.
Your channeling's 3.
Yeah.
I will give you a +3 to your roll.
So is this a standard roll, or do we get to do that double thing again?
That is a standard roll when you do a double.
That's
Yeah,
such
the
a shame.
standard is doubled. Difficult is not.
Wait,
Well, so
so
basically,
this is difficult.
No, it's not. It's not difficult. It's simple because all of you were doing it. It would have been difficult if you hadn't been. So everybody roll willpower and then add your bonus twice.
11.
Sorry.
My dice just bounced off the table. Okay. I keep rolling a lot of 7s tonight, you guys. 7's apparently lucky.
It's a magic number.
That's a very witchy number.
21.
Gosh.
9 plus 12. Because it's willpower, right?
18.
sure is.
That is
18 total.
literally one of the only things I'm good at is resisting things because it was literally beat into me.
I mean,
Yeah.
word.
Look,
So we have
that's
an
your
18, we
trauma.
have a 21, we have an 11,
A 12.
12.
Me too.
22. Mama fucking Mia, gang. Okay. Yeah, so this lantern slowly becomes not a lantern. As you all are pouring your essence into this thing, everybody loses 10 essence. If that puts you at nothing, then we'll resolve that in a minute. Everybody loses 10 essence. And this lantern sort of breaks into fractals of this glass substance and begins to sort of expand and build on itself in this globe shape. Kind of like the magic in Doctor Strange, you know, that like alternate realm, how the sort of like fractally and all that kind of stuff, if you've seen the movie. And it slowly builds out, and the light inside of it grows and grows and grows. So you're holding this like miniature sun, and all of the wisps around you just sort of migrate towards it, like they kind of can't help themselves, and one by one get pulled in, and then it shrinks back into lantern. Except now it's glowing bright, bright, bright blue, and the little door closes.
Was that 5?
That was the 3, the 1 that appeared, the 2 that appeared. So
bit.
6.
Ooh.
Who wants the extra question?
I think we can hold off on
Each of you all get a question for each wisp.
We all get six.
Oh, we all get 6 questions. Ooh.
Holy shit.
Which is a lot of
Oh,
questions.
we're about to grill this old bitch.
Yeah. At that point, Ren takes a second she takes off her hand immediately because she hates doing this. And so as soon as she feels that it's done, it's like if it was like hot type of thing. And she goes to Kavya like, you should probably be the one to hold on to this. And she looks around. Now that there is an immediate danger, does she notice anything about the forest now that she's like freely actually looking around?
I'm so glad you asked. The thing you
No.
notice now are vines growing on the floor towards all of your ankles.
Great.
Does Ro notice?
do
this?
the rest of us also
Yes.
notice this, please? Okay.
Well,
Great.
and this feels like a runaway kind of moment, right? This is the tense part, right?
Yeah.
Can Kavya
We
use
got what
mind
we paid
fire?
for.
Mind firing off the explanation of what that does, real quick.
Hey, see what you did there.
Pyrokinesis, just
Reply.
brain fire kind of happening.
Pyrokinesis. That is my new favorite word.
Or do you mean soul fire?
No, mind fire.
Mind fire. Okay.
This is a wizard casting fireball instead of a sorcerer casting fireball.
So true, so true. Okay, so tell me
You
what that
just want to
does.
do enough to like just singe them from coming for them so they can run. So it's just uh it's just converts the inner strength of the subject into pure energy. So I use willpower and the mind fire art. God, I almost said fart. Anyway, if the task is successful, plane manifests itself somewhere within line of sight of them.
Okay, sick. Yeah,
And I
go
have
ahead
to
and roll
do
it.
a simple willpower test to make sure the fire does not run rampant.
Oh, that's very important right now.
Can
Um,
I use Glimpse the Dead as well while we're doing this?
I mean, I guess. What are you doing that for?
Okay. Other will-o-wisps. If there's any others that are
Oh.
coming for us.
I mean, you assume they're dead.
Yes, because I'm going off of popular like pop culture mythology and not actual mythology, so Miriam would think that.
I mean, you're assuming a lot. I'm just gonna go ahead.
Again, that's 1 essence point and perception and necromancy. Great. That's a dirty 10.
Okay. So you don't see any.
Okay, cool.
You do, however. Go ahead and read me the actual verbiage on that real quick.
By sending 1 essence point and using a perception and necromancy task, the medium can see a spirit within the range of the power and mentally, quote unquote, hear what such a spirit says to him or her. The range is 10 yards for each level of her willpower. The glyphs last for 1 minute per success level in the task. My willpower is 4.
Remind me really quick what your dead friend's name is.
Abigail. No, that's not it. Hang on, I have to check our DMs.
Yeah. I feel better not knowing now that you don't know.
No, because I that's the name of a song that's on my playlist that gave me the idea. Is what that is. That's what it's a good song. You guys should look it up.
I mean, Mika and I made characters that were based off of the Sanderson sisters and the song "Oh My Darling Clementine." So vibes.
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
Maya was the name.
Maya, you look around for a wisp. You don't see any wisps. You do see Maya right next to you, who grabs you ethereally by the shoulders and says, "Help me!"
Oh fuck! Let's resolve what happened with the mind fire real quick while I figure out how to react to that.
Yeah. So this is lasting for 4 minutes, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So mind fire. What'd you get on that roll?
A 12.
12. Awesome. Now, is that to contain it, or is that just the roll to use it? Sort of.
Just a roll to do it.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, so you are able to sort of singe the ends of these vines, and I mean they're vines; they don't like fire, obviously. They sort of recoil back, their ends a little like blackened and charred, and it buys you all time to hop in the Cadillac. Girl, let's put some miles on it.
I think that as these vines are crawling once again towards Rose's ankles and then being singed away, like when they're singed, I think there's something that like you probably see Ro just like tense as if she's also been singed by this fire. And she's more frozen now than we're used to them being. Yeah, I think that there's almost a similar look in her eye to the rest of the coven as there was when she was experiencing that will-o-wisp moment.
Awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
I'm
able to
debating-
hop back in the car? You think, or
I think
we doing a
that
roll here?
I think that she's not fully sure if because the vines were coming to like kind of circling like, so I think that they're not really sure right now if they're going back to the car or if they're following the vines. I don't know if they know the difference in this moment.
Okay. Well, this is definitely gonna be a roll. I mean, we've
Take
made
one.
1,005 willpower rolls tonight, but I can't think of another stat that would fit it better.
Yeah,
like
and
this.
at this point, seeing that they've got, you know, the fire singed them a little bit, and they've got like a little bit of room to run to the car, Like she is going to say out loud, like, there is something wrong in the forest right now. We have to get out of here. Get back to Shauna and tell her so she can figure out what the fuck is going on. And so she looks at all of them to make sure they all heard her. And I think if she does see Ro like hesitate for too long or not move, or worse yet, move towards the vines, she's going to physically wrestle her into the fucking car. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
awesome. Well, first of
I
all, though,
like
what'd you
this.
get on that roll?
This is a standard roll or difficult? What are we doing?
Yeah, I'll make it standard. I could be
Okay,
mean
then
and say
that's
it's difficult because you had a nightmare, but I won't.
I mean, it would be interesting if you made it difficult, though. It'd be
Fuck it,
kinda
it's
fun.
difficult.
That's an 8 then.
Okay, you fail miserably. I'm just kidding. You fail a little bit. So I imagine you take a couple steps towards the vines at this point.
But then probably.
Yeah.
Just the meme.
Unfortunately, I'm also not moving right now, but I am going to, because I'm gonna like see if I can grab like Maya here. Like, can I physically grab her?
You reach out to grab Maya. This time not to reach out or touch Faith, but to reach out and grab Maya. And your hands sort of pass through this ethereal body, and she actually disappears.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you
no,
heard
but
Ren.
I'm also not getting in the car right now. I think if anything, I'm like looking around trying to see where she went. Like, Ren, you drive. You know how to drive. You drive. The keys are still in there.
I'm not gonna fucking leave you. We'll get Shauna and she'll figure all this shit out. There's something wrong. And as she now is grabbing Ro.
It's like
She's
grab
like,
the two of them
"Fuck,
like
dude."
cats. Like, let's get in the car.
Like,
And I think you probably just hear Rose say, like, under their breath, but where did they go?
it's like, well, they'll be back.
Great
and
question.
We don't want that. Well, get Shauna. God damn, as she looks around like, any fucking help, Kavya? Like,
Yeah, I mean, like,
what?
Ro, like,
Kavia's
isn't
in the car.
Like, you have success.
We're talking about completely different things, and we're both like, where did they
Kavia's
go?
cleaning up her boots.
Kavia's sitting shotgun. Like,
It's like probably just like Rose, like now, like in the middle of the back seat, just like.
Yeah, I'm just shoving.
Hmm.
There's a lot of shoving. Like, we need to get out of here now.
Gotcha. Stephanie, what are you doing? Did you hop in the car?
Yeah, Stephanie had a fight with the door for like a few minutes.
Yeah, Kavia was just like, no, you pull the tab. Nope. Okay, and
Yeah,
they're, like,
it's
reaching-
definitely it's old
like-
enough that you do have to like. Actually, no. The car handle on the outside is broken off, and so you have to actually like reach in from the front seat.
Yeah.
Just- I get it. Hold on, Stephanie. One
It's
second.
all cosmetic. The door does open. It just does the plastics now. I don't know.
Let me in the car. I'm not a vine person.
Yeah, I'm fully like not even like clocking the vines at this point. Like I did briefly, and then I clock that. And yeah, where did
Yeah.
she go?
I don't know. All right, everybody, through whatever means they can, gets into the fucking car.
Ren has to
Lot of
wrangle me as well.
Yeah, like a whole lot of fucking cursing, dude.
Yep, yep.
Mhm,
In like 3 different languages.
Fair.
mhm.
So yeah, you're in the car. It's time to get the hell out of there. And you do exactly that. You get the hell out of there. Dodge the vines on the road. They're not fast enough to keep up with you. Who's driving? Ren?
I don't think I can drive right now.
Like Ren is driving.
Fuck. Fuck.
I have no driving skill, and also they're a little rich girl, so they're just like,
Yeah. You don't,
She
you don't
was
have
a
a Sean
passenger.
Seager to drive you around.
I think she.
Yeah, I think when you start to
passenger
wrangle me
princess.
into the
Kavya
driver's
was
seat,
not
I'm like,
gonna
no,
drive.
I will fucking get in the back seat. You drive. I'll get in the
Yeah,
back seat.
like-
You drive.
She knows Ro has never been behind a steering wheel, probably because she's a nature person, right? And
I mean, she grew up in upstate New York, though. She's got to have some way to get around. just
The
saying.
clod
Public
hoppers.
transport, like a bike. I don't fucking know. You're probably
Yeah.
a bike person because you get to feel the
She's-
wind in your hair. Something.
yeah.
Oh, it's so true.
100%
She's a
have
bike
biked the
girl.
She's
Appalachian
not
Trail.
I
at
was
some
gonna
point.
say, bold of you to assume everywhere is public transport, but okay.
That's
Yeah,
that's what I'm
and
getting at. Like upstate
It
New
didn't
York
even
is
cross. Like it didn't even cross her mind to ask Kavya because she's like passenger princess. She knows she's not gonna fucking drive, especially in those heels, right? And she didn't even think about asking Stephanie either because she doesn't want to die. So she's just like, fuck. And you see more curses as she's trying to like go around these vines. And we're gonna roll and hope for the best, okay?
Yes, give me
Okay.
the good driving test, please.
Is that
Alright.
dexterity?
What kind of
It
music
is-
situation do you have in this car, by the way?
rock.
Miriam, is it like one of those like audio tapes that also you can connect to a phone? Because I used to have those.
Yes.
oh, it's an aux cord.
Kavya
It's
just
the
plugged her
cassette tape
phone
with the
in?
aux cord. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're like, "Oh,
they'll
excuse me,
try
let
to be
me
like,
just-"
how's this working?
Yeah, like Kavya is
I
like
love
passenger princess DJ.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
you have Ro and Miriam
Dexterity,
traumatized in the
thankfully
backseat.
very good.
Yeah.
I
And-
rolled a
Get back.
5 and I have a 5 in dex, so that is a 10.
10. Awesome.
Yeah,
Love to see it.
I was very scared because I don't have a driving skill.
Yeah.
I knew
100%.
you were the second
Um,
best person to do this.
So yeah,
Actually,
so you're
it evens out. We would both add +5 to this.
there you go.
Oh, I also would add +5.
Fucking Ro never been behind a wheel before.
Somehow.
Oh. All right. So you sort of screech a U-turn, get the hell out of there. Some might even say you boogie, depending on what Kavi is playing.
Oh, I have a song, but I'll save it.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh,
Just remember,
alright.
we are on Twitch. Don't actually play it.
Oh. That's why I did it. Well, I can say the
Um,
title, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
It's-
yeah.
no rest for the wicked by Versa.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
like,
Yep. There we go. There it is, folks. Official song.
you're just like tuning the volumes. Like, is this good enough for you, Ren? Oh, it's good enough for me. Just
It's like, fuck!
If
Ren
Miriam and
think-
also.
Stephanie would.
Oh, Ro, tell me if I'm wrong on this. I think we're both like fully turned around looking out the back window, yeah?
I was just about to say, like, because like we're the three that had like nightmares and visions, so I think that it's like the three of us are just staring out the back, and if you're up for it, like Ro would reach out to hold your hands if you wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Because
yeah.
Ro, we established that Ro was in the middle seat. Yeah, but the three of
Yeah,
us, I feel
and-
like.
Ren
Yeah.
triple checked that the doors are fucking locked.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Stephanie just rubs a little cardamom infused coconut oil on your nose, on each of your noses.
Awesome. Everybody looking out the back window, and that includes if you're looking in the rear view. Give me an observation.
All right, what's that gonna be like?
That's your
Perception.
perception.
And
Plus,
it
is
is-
it an
Oh, well, I
observation
have
a
a-
skill? Am I
I have a
smoking reefer?
ton
It
of
is a
perception.
So
skill.
there's an observation skill.
what was that again?
Is
Perception?
this-
Just perception?
Perception, and
plus
there's an
meant to-
observation skill if you have it.
Is this meant
Does
to
notice
sense
work for that?
trouble?
Yes, that's what the skill is. It's notice, not
Notice.
observation.
Notice.
Sorry.
Is this meant to sense trouble or danger?
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 plus 2 plus this is visual.
Mm-hmm.
Plus another 2 is plus 7 plus then we add perception.
Mhm.
So that's plus 12 and now I'm going to roll my dice.
It would be +6 because it's not a saving throw; it's a skill check. So
don't
you
know.
only add it
But I-
once. You don't add it twice.
yeah,
But
but
it-
that's just all of Ro's bonuses to seeing things.
Got it.
And
Got it.
now
I
I'm
thought you were
adding the-
saying like, and then +12 on top of that. I didn't get
No.
the yeah.
I only rolled a 3 on the die though, so it's not insane. It's just a
Oh my
Still
15.
good. 15.
We're
so we get-
twinning. I also got a 3 on the die for a total of 5.
Okay, awesome.
I got an 8.
An 8?
Unfortunately.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense. You're also driving. So
Yeah.
that does make perfect
Split
sense.
attention.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so everybody that rolled that has
That's
given me
actually
their answer,
16.
right? I was going to say
11.
7 plus 6 is actually 13. 11, okay.
Oh, then that's a
11,
17.
16. Okay, good God.
Over 15 is the point here.
17. 17 is here. The 17 has arrived. Okay, Ro.
I love that Rose going through it, but has the moment to be like, What's that?
I think this actually fits Ro seeing it really well. So Ro, you look back, you are so curious about where those vines come from. They were in your nightmare, they're here now. What are they? What do they mean? Etc. Etc. You, in the tail lights of this car, and with like the blue light lighting up the interior of this car, like bleeding out through the back window there, onto this dirt road, you do have just enough light to see something straighten up. And as it straightens up, its hands sort of retract the vines. It is at least 8 feet tall, shadowy, very sort of angular and gaunt and thin, and seems to almost have like a skull shape, like a deer skull shape for a head, with glowing red eyes that are like pinpricks of light in the darkness. And as it straightens up, those vines retract and it walks away.
I think that the people, like, if Stephanie and Miriam are holding Rose's hands this moment, you just feel her squeeze. And I think she's like, if you're also looking at the window, yeah, she'd say, Did you see them? Did you see them? That? What?
Who else got high enough perception to see?
Nobody.
Just her. Oh, lovely.
The 15
That's-
wouldn't have done
Yeah.
either anyway, by the way.
Kavya
It
just
had to be a
increases the
16.
volume a little bit.
As like Ren is driving and like now shouting curses at you guys, like if any of you even attempt to unlock one of the fucking doors, I swear to God, like because they're
I love how you're
looking so intently at the bag, and she's afraid they're gonna try to fucking jump out. You know what I mean? And so
Mm.
she's like
Yeah.
threatening them.
I also love how
as
you're
she
holding the
goes.
steering wheel still while turning the steering.
Yeah. I assume I don't know if it's like stick shift, so I would assume
Gotcha.
like it'd
Oh,
be the
yeah,
stick
yeah.
and the steering wheel.
Right.
Because you have to keep your hand on it for like quick.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Mhm.
And she didn't specify what kind of car. so-
I like to think it is an automatic, but I think you're holding down the
Okay.
lock that is next to Miriam. Is what I think that arm is doing.
As soon as I hear a click, I'm clicking it back.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this car does not have automatic locks. You have to physically.
No, but they do have the little Chad lock stuff in the door. So for Stephanie's door, for sure, Kavya was like, let me just like,
Hold it.
Oh dear God. Okay, y'all make it out of there, barely, by the sounds of things. And eventually you return to the university. You're a little lantern guy in hand. Now it's interesting getting this fucking beacon into the university without arising too much suspicion. But you manage it. We'll say between a combination of outerwear, you are able to
Yeah, we
muffle
put
it enough to get it
jacket
in.
on it or something.
I have a
yeah.
sleeping bag in the trunk.
There you go.
Of course
Perfect.
you do.
Is that like genuinely IRL? Is that not a normal thing?
I mean, I don't see why
No.
it's too abnormal.
What do you do if you get
Yeah.
stuck in a blizzard?
I live in
Los
South Carolina.
Angeles. There are no blizzards in Los Angeles. I have a throw blanket.
Kate,
in
there's
case of
blizzards in
it.
upstate New York, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We
In New
invented
York,
blizzards.
but
I
Yeah.
invented you.
I grew up here.
Definitely
There's a
upstate New York.
sleeping bag in the trunk. There's also a 24 pack of
No.
bottled water and a thing of kitty
Honestly,
litter.
Honestly, you're doing it right. Like that is what you should do. Like you are. I'm doing it wrong. You're doing it right. I'm trusting my 4-wheel drive, and that nothing bad can happen.
This is a 2001 Ford Focus. This is a car I actually drove when I was in high school. So
Rock on. Hell yeah.
No, you have the right of it. Like that is what you're supposed to do.
Is who when we get back to the office? Did they come back? Is it just Shauna?
Edric and Shauna are there now.
Okay.
Shauna sees you all looking a little harried and goes, "Are you all right? What happened?"
She looks at the rest of the girls like, does anybody care to recount? Because I don't want to.
we got some will-o-wisps.
if everyone else is kind of hair, the Kavya is the only one who's still with the iPhone still playing the music, and they're just walking in their heel boots, just like as the soundtrack with like the lantern, like, what? We're fine here. And then
Yeah,
like
Ren is just looks so done. She's like,
Yeah.
I need a fucking nap. Like, fuck this, dude.
we need the
Fuck.
actual tea.
I'm gonna sleep for
These-
10 years.
These all things.
Poor Ren.
No, the will-o-wisps were fine. There was just stuff that wasn't will-o-wisps.
What do you mean?
Some vines came out and tried to attack us while we were trying to
It
get
ain't-
the wispies things.
And an 8-foot
Yeah,
tall
what's happening in that forest there,
forehead.
Shauna?
with red eyes, and I don't know.
8 foot
if the-
tall.
What the fuck? That's what you saw?
What?
You guys
Roll that
saw
back, what?
something and didn't say anything?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I saw a ghost.
mhm.
What do
Oh,
you
it
mean?
didn't
An
seem
8 foot
like-
tall
Huh.
ghost?
not a
No.
ghost.
Oh,
Oh my god, they're two
Two
different
separate things.
She's 5
I
foot
only saw the
2.
vines. Ren, did you see only the
Fuck.
vines?
I just saw the vines.
The
Yeah,
vines were there.
And they were singed, and we ran away. That's all.
Exactly. Same page here.
They were the same vines as the familiar vines, and the red-eyed skeleton pulled them away, and I still don't know if they're good or bad or indifferent vines.
Right, 8 foot tall vine monster. And what did you see?
They said a ghost.
A ghost. Great.
Mhm.
Do
Shauna?
you know
Oh.
the ghost?
We clearly had an experience.
Yeah.
Not me and Ren. And actually, no,
No.
Stephanie, did you see anything?
Maybe just a couple of things, but not
Okay.
not.
Huh.
Fantastic. Fucking fantastic.
Miriam,
All right.
That's great.
Why don't
Thing
we...
is,
Miriam?
though, we're all here.
did you
A little worse
you know
than for
your
the wear,
ghost?
but here.
Was it a ghost that you've seen before?
No, I hadn't seen her before as a ghost.
Oh,
What the fuck is that
You've seen her
supposed to
before?
mean?
What the fuck do you think it means?
Died recently? Last saw her as a person?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
none of your fucking business.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Why don't we all calm down? Let's have a sit down. We can talk about whatever we want to talk about and no more. Are you all right, Miriam?
Yeah.
Okay. Edric, I think I might have an idea of what that was. Do you... Edric just nods. Would you mind? I know you're doing something else, but could you just take a look? He just nods again and walks out of the room. Okay. So, you got some wisps. Great job. We can wait for Flamel here, or I can contact you when he gets back. What would you prefer? I'm interested to hear what happened, but I understand that you all need some time to decompress.
I vote for nap time.
Yeah.
Bro, do you want to
We
stay
have
in the craft
questions and
room?
we need time.
I don't want you sleeping in the woods tonight.
I'm inside. I'm no, thank you.
That's great.
You could stay in my parents' backyard.
Would you want to pitch out in our yard?
Does your phone have the tracking
As-
thing? I'm gonna.
Ro takes out like their flip phone.
Hmm.
Shit, I forgot it's 2009.
Can you tell if this? I don't know. Just like handing it to you, like if you know how to turn, like as if you know how to turn tracking on, you can. Does not know. And like Ro's doing the math in their head right now for like if they were to pitch the tent in, you know, the yard, like how close or far is that from where they pitched the tent last night? Like they're trying to do the math, is that far away enough from where they slept the night before?
Hmm. I guess that depends on which side of town both of those houses are on.
Should we make it a lock check?
Sure.
A what check?
a luck check? Just like roll a d10, and
Sure.
if it's more than or less than 5.
Odds or evens.
I like that.
But like Ren
Odds
would
or evens?
definitely voice like the fact that she believes you should not be alone.
Odds, it's
Both
far enough.
odd. What does that mean? It's a 3.
I was about to say odds, it's far enough. Evens, it's not. So.
It's far enough.
Yeah, I can do that. That should work tonight.
Do we need to keep the Will-O-Wisp with us, or are you good leaving them
I'll
there?
watch him and make sure that Flamel knows that you guys were the ones that got him, and I'll let you know when he gets back. He shouldn't be too much longer, although time does move a bit different for him.
Right.
Yeah, we don't have 15 years.
I don't think he's gone very far this time, though, from what Edric said. Edric's got him looking at whatever he's working on, so hopefully he'll at least be close.
Right. Nap time. I'm fucking starving too. By the way, y'all
Do you have any of those cookies left?
seriously stress me out.
I could. Yeah. Let's head back. I could whip us up something that's probably a little calming, a little bit like a hug.
Are we gonna use the 7 lemons?
I think you
Limes.
mean limes.
7 citrus fruits.
Yeah.
7 orbs of citrus. Okay, yeah. So you guys
We
break for the
make it
evening.
home.
Yeah. make
Yeah,
it home.
if they had a moment before they get inside or while Stephanie starts like with the 7 lemons, Avia would kind of like pull at Miriam's elbow and just whisper and say, "Hey, I didn't know. I'm sorry."
It's fine. I knew you didn't.
And they'll go to their room until something happens in the kitchen.
Which cue
Inevitably.
Stephanie.
I feel like okay.
Roll
so
for
like,
cookies,
I
Stephanie.
think
Fuck.
cooking might be the only place stuff doesn't go wrong for Stephanie.
I was about to
Yes.
say the
Would
same
love
thing.
that.
Oh my god,
I
we're all
think
on the
so
same
too.
brain cell.
That is so cute. I love that. Fuck yeah. So
This
we need
kitchen
some of
witch,
that
I love it.
wholesomeness.
Stephanie
the
just like
cozy-
steps into the kitchen, just like a little bit of like a stretch, puts on her apron, and then is just like oblivious to anything else that happens outside of this moment. As Stephanie prepares a dish of, let's see, upstate New York in the wintertime, is gonna prepare a dish of like a lime chicken rice and beans type of dish. You know, we got the nice protein, we got the filling and comfort aspect, and then also makes everybody a margarita, whether it has
Fuck yeah.
alcohol or not alcohol
Yes.
in it, whichever, both options are available. But also makes that, and probably within like an hour, like the little table area we have that is all like immaculately set, and each dish is like perfectly like plated and placed at each station
I
or
love
seat.
that
Yeah.
so much.
I love the idea that you like have a VHS of like old Julia Childs reruns, and you like put it in like the like tube TV in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It's the 2-in-1. The VCR is not separate from the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, I always wanted
yeah.
those.
Also,
Oh,
I
man.
think
That's great.
while Stephanie is doing like the cooking, because that takes a little bit of time, Ren goes outside and helps Ro pitch her tent and stuff. And she's like, "Look, I know you have things, right? Going on and stuff. And I know you really don't like being indoors a lot and stuff. I really don't want you. It just doesn't feel safe for you to be alone. I don't want you to force you to sleep inside. Like I feel like, you know, you were the first one to get caught by those stupid light things, and I feel like you've gone through enough tonight. So, I will do this instead because I wouldn't feel okay if I didn't. And I do have a trap skill that I would want to help um, to place a even if it's like a stupid little, like, you know, those string ones where like if you step on them, like that type of even if it's really simple, and I will tell her exactly where they fucking are so that she doesn't trigger
I
them
mean,
accidentally.
yeah.
And she's, you know, as somebody who's outdoors a lot, you're used to having to step carefully on things, and so I'm not worried about her triggering them. But I still want her to know where they are and stuff. Um,
Like,
yeah,
Ro won't
so
stop you from doing it, but she would make the comment, I appreciate it, but it's really not necessary. The vines are much more likely to get me indoors than out. I'm safer here.
okay, I'm doing it anyways. I want to be able
I
to
know.
sleep tonight. Okay, I really want to be able to sleep tonight. So yeah, well, you have I know you have us all on speed dial, so I'm not even worried about that actually. Uh,
And I
it's
know how to
done.
use the voicemail box.
Right, right. That is a thing. I will not send
That
you to
yesterday.
voicemail tonight. Okay. Um. Okay. All right. And then she gets really awkward and just walks back inside.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
I
I
think that,
went.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Well, I think that, like, Ro would also, like, join when the food was ready to, like, eat the meal with you guys. But it's definitely not sleeping indoors.
Yeah, likewise, while Stephanie was preparing the meal, um, like Kavya, Miriam also just kind of went into her own room, had some private, quiet time to try and calm down and such. I think she tries to channel some essence to do the same thing she did earlier, but she is not able to.
Mm-hmm.
But she
Um,
tries.
how it works for even just flavoring, just because they're gifted if I have to do the essence left. But like uh Avia, this was like the first big thing, right? That we've kind of got into. So they're kind of sitting in the dark and they've lit a couple of like red candles and they're sitting in front of the mirror. And I don't know if it takes essence. Can they just like put like with their mind fire, like put up a lighter on their thumb and like for a second it looks like it almost looks like they're about to do like what Megan did in Jennifer's body for a second because they're just enjoying this fact that they just tapped into like their power and that what if that that little thing turned into a blaze and how pretty would that be and how good would that be, and then just what questions should I ask this old man? Why why how many questions and they're just riling through that, like rifling through those thoughts little by little, like a little at a time, and then like they take out like a lipstick and they're just like writing stuff on the mirror, just like thinking through, like reveling the fact that they just did something just a little extra than they usually do, just and uh until Stephanie says something is okay, they're just like in that little like thought process. And then they'll like flick on the lights and be like, everything's fine and come out.
I think that while you're doing that, maybe you don't notice. You've got that little light on your thumb. You're looking in the mirror. Every time your thoughts sort of drift back to the image of that fire, the image of that little spark that could have become a mighty blaze. You could have caused that could have been you. You could have changed this entire town's foreseeable future. You could have caused so much destruction with so little of your power. Every time those thoughts sort of run through your head, in the background, in the darkness of the room behind you, a smile made of flame briefly flashes when you have those thoughts. So you all eat dinner.
Very delicious, by the way.
Stephanie, what does this dinner taste like? And I'm not talking about the flavor.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, it does have a little bit to do with the flavor. As the rice definitely has this strong taste of bay leaf. For purification and strength and healing. Um, the the beans are mixed with some basil. Therefore, also for protection, but also for love. Um, Showing you that you're cared for, you're safe here as you eat this meal. Um, and the margaritas are just a little spicy, as everyone would notice
I
that
love that.
there's a little bit of black pepper blended in, like would have been like sprinkled into your margarita, so it'll be left over at the bottom when you drain the glass. But it's just a teeny little spicy, as that black pepper is hopefully working to banish negativity, help with inner strength, and also again just for that extra layer of protection. This meal is that blanket that you wrap yourself in at the end of a very long day, as you just want to feel like wrapped up and swaddled and safe. And that's kind of what this meal is like.
The ghosts can't get you if you're under the blanket.
Exactly.
Everybody knows. Fantastic. So you guys enjoy this meal together, and then it's time to mosey on to evening activities. How does everyone wrap up this rather rambunctious day?
I think that Ro takes some time to do a little bit of pruning of and just caring, but mostly I think pruning tonight. Some of the plants that she's brought inside the apartment, um, and then they're gonna head out to their tent.
If we lived in a more urban area, I would probably go get in a bar fight, but that's not going to happen.
Na, na, na,
Okay, but I feel like if
na,
you
na, na.
wanted to tussle, Ren would be down. Like little sparks,
No.
little.
I think that is probably like when you get really pent up. That is something that we have done. Like I've punched
Mhm.
you in the face before.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so it is definitely like something where you're like, she would always be down for like sparring, and we can do it like for points and stuff like that, right?
Mhm.
And so like you would know that if you did go like to the attic and knock and be like, hey, like I have like energy or something, like just
Mhm.
real quick. It's like she understands that because physicality, that's how she de-stresses, that is how she regulates her emotions, that is how she like does a lot of things. And so like for mine, yeah, like I probably either, I'm trying to think, because she would definitely have a punching bag,
Mhm.
and I can't decide if I tried to set it up like in the attic thing or in our craft room,
Mm.
like in a corner. And so it doesn't have space to like swing too much, but that's fine.
I think it's
Right?
probably in the corner of the craft room. I think we also have some like yoga mats and that kind of
Yeah.
thing. We have a little bit of equipment in there, along with like the mirrors that are on the walls and such. I The goal here, however, is not just to do something physical. Um, so I don't know. So you have to climb the fire escape to get to Ren's room, right? And that's
I'd
the top
still,
floor.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna climb on the roof and just sit up there for a while. Before I go down and take a shower. Head to bed.
Classic emo sitting on a
I-
roof contemplating. We love it.
Yeah. I'd be
You
doing
probably
like some stretches or some yoga to like just like, because she was so like, ah, like she wanted to wring necks today. And she didn't actually get to punch anything, and so she didn't get to like, really like let that out. But she doesn't. I don't know. I think after like the dinner, especially, she no longer feels like punching something, but she does still feel like she needs to like calm down or like finish toning down. So she will like do like some sort of Tai Chi yoga style things before she goes up to the attic and passes out like a fucking rock.
Yeah. Let me be clear. You're not supposed. There's not. The fire escape doesn't go to the roof. And I am not dressed for the cold. But I am gonna climb up there and sit up there in like a t-shirt and sweatpants for a while before I feel like I can go to bed.
Try and freeze yourself.
If you're
out
on
of
the roof,
Yeah.
like Avia would have snuck a couple of herbs out of Stephanie's like little jars, maybe some calendula, things like that, to blend with another special herb, and roll it, and like and be like out the window. So you'll smell like lavender and like other things and whatever. That's what they do to chill, and they'll like hum a little song, and practice like little bar exercises, things like that from the window. But this is like really lazy stretching. They're like leaned over and just like that's enough, and then like crash, either to music or if they have like a little stereo system, it would be at low, so you would hear it from coming from their window as they like finally pass out.
Yeah, Miriam's like, oh, there's a skunk out here. God.
I think Ro also like fully just
That
watches
smells
her
of
like
lavender.
raccoon climb up.
So if
Rose
you're
at
cool
the
with
bottom,
Ro,
just like, what the fuck are you doing?
if you're cool with Ro noticing that you're up there, I think
yeah.
that like after like probably some good long minutes have gone by, Ro would just call up to you, hey Miriam,
What's up?
I mean, canonically, it's like they're on
If
the
you-
14th floor.
I'll like
right now.
Yeah.
scooch forward closer to the
really-
edge of the roof
yeah,
so that my
it's really
legs
high.
are dangling over. What's up?
she will yell. I'm just not gonna yell.
Yeah.
If you look at the star, follow the second tree up above that a little bit to the right.
Ren puts her
That
head
one
out
is-
through the fire escape and yells at both of them. I'm trying to fucking sleep because she's in the middle.
See, well,
Tavia's like, why are we talking out here?
that star, Miriam.
I
It's-
just
I'm
did
learning
yoga.
star facts. Just a sec.
She puts
It's not
her-
so much a
she
star
puts
fact; it's
her,
a star feeling.
What are they called?
That one's watching you tonight.
What are they fucking called?
And it winks.
Earplugs?
Earbuds.
Yes.
Yeah.
My brain just left me. Yeah, she puts her earplugs back in and just fuck.
Kavia
All
just
that
turns up
yoga
the
and
speaker
breathing
really
for
loud, so you just hear like the 90s, early
Stephanie,
2000s.
everybody is
podcast.
yelling. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Great question. I imagine because we're like up many floors, that we have like a little mat in front of the door. Unknown to everybody, underneath this mat, is like a space where Stephanie draws like wards. And so Stephanie has like this little tiny piece of chalk, and is tracing out a symbol, which is it kind of looks like a funnel cake a little bit, as it has like a bunch of like interlooping lines inside a circle, as she is creating a symbol of protection. She had 3 essence left over, so she is just creating this little symbol of protection against magical effects.
Love that.
Miriam, you get
Just
a text
3?
from Ro.
Oh my
That-
god,
yeah,
you could have
Rose trying
texted
to
it to
kill
her
you, and that's
instead of
part of the whole thing.
screaming.
But But like Ro doesn't have like a phone that can really text, so all the text is asterisk, the word says, and then less than 3. Trying to tell you about that, Star.
That's cute.
Love that. And with that, the moon once more rises above Lone Creek, getting ever fuller by the day, nearing a full moon. As everyone settles down eventually to sleep. Until right around 3:30 in the morning. On the front door.
You just hear.
I just yelled out, Miriam, the key. You have the key.
And that's where we'll leave it for the night.
I'm in my room.
Oh.
Oh,
What a
great one,
game.
y'all. I've had a great time. I hope
I love
everyone
this
else
crew.
has.
I love our coven.
Indeed. Best coven EU. And speaking of the coven, why don't we go around once more, introduce ourselves, so everyone can know who to follow after that wonderful performance. Let's start this time with Yuri.
Yes. I totally. Yeah. Hello.
Teacher
Hi,
calls on the
everybody.
student not looking.
I know. I think he's like, she's looking away. Let's just do it. Hi. Hello. My name is Yuri. That is Yuri. Pronouns she, they. Y'all can go ahead and find me at Yuri and the Beast absolutely everywhere. I promise I'm a lot nicer than Renus, and I don't. Yeah. You can talk to me and I won't be mad about it. Please. Yeah. Okay, cool. I am doing a lot of things for December. Oh my god, it's December. That's insane. I am going to be doing a Good Society game with Records of the Realms that is going to be on Wednesdays. It's going to be very, very, very fun. I am going to be at PAX after that, which is going to be great. I am going to be there
Me
from
too.
Thursday to Monday. So if there are things, all the things, I want to see everybody. I want to talk to everybody, hug everybody consensually, of course. And I'm going to be giving out dice. So, come ask me for dice and you'll get some free dice. I'm also going to be here on Tabletop Tail Spinners for a Cloaks and Capes special one shot where we're going to be using a lot of like homebrew stuff from Cloaks and Capes. And I am very, very excited for that. I'm going to be over at Kate's channel, Don't Kill My Character, for some superhero stuff, a lot of superhero stuff. So definitely be on the watch out for that. Besides obviously being here, I'm going to be at Diversity Saves doing a game with Rara that she wrote. Isn't that crazy? Oh my god. They have never, I think, played this game in this way. We're going to try it GM-less, and I'm very excited for that. So we're going to be playing, I think it's called Fall in Love by the Sea Like Ghosts or something like that, where we're just going to be monologuing about love for 3 hours. So do
Love
that.
that.
I am over at Somebody's Heroes, Smorwen and Sanature. So you'll be seeing us as well. I am there with Kate as well. Hello, Kate. And so you'll be seeing us in that. We're recording a lot of new stuff. A lot of stuff is popping out as well. I think it's every Tuesday, right? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Kate, Tuesdays?
Yeah,
Yes,
the podcast drops on Tuesdays.
Love it. And yeah, Royalty 5 stuff. I'm going to be here a lot. I'm excited. PAX. Oh my gosh. It's December, y'all.
So
And I
close
am
to
going
PAX.
to popcorn over to Sylvia. Also, real quick, you were born to be like a cottage core witch. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I
Just wanted to
tried.
put that out there.
Mhm.
I appreciate it. Hi, everybody. I'm Sylvia. Shadow Sylvia is where you can find me doing all of the things and all of the places. So many places. Besides here, every other Sunday, for the foreseeable future or until Stephanie meets a grim end. We are a had to. um, right now, currently live halfway through the stream is Roly 5, where we are premiering a pre-recorded Goop Up on Wash show that myself, our lovely admin Julie, and some other lovely people worked really, really hard to make this beautiful story. So that's over there. I think it's only 5 episodes long, so it'll only be for the next 5 Sundays. Feel free to catch that out. We do have, I think it's every other Sunday, but on the opposite Sundays is when it goes live on YouTube. So you can also catch it as well on the YouTubes. I'm always over on Sword and Key Sundays before this show, playing in a Humblewood campaign. And then also every Tuesday we play Gate Night, that we call our date night, as myself, Derek, and Lady Dame play Baldur's Gate 3. It's cute and adorable, and we try to smooch our way through Faerun. On the 17th, I'll be over on Don't Kill My Character, where we're going to be doing some cute little familiar things. It's gonna be adorable, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out together. And then keep an eye out, because in January I have another very exciting show that's going to be coming out. I can't say more at this point in time, but you're definitely going to want to keep your little ears and eyes open for that. And I think that's everything. So I'm going to go ahead and send it on over to Rosie.
Oh, hi, that's me. I'm Rosie. I like nicknames. My full name is Rosalie. Call me Rose, Rosie, Rosa, Rosate Spoonbill, as Haven did earlier today. I love nicknames. Use whatever you'd like. You can find me on all my social media at Rosatyrs, Rosatyrs, like Rosie and the little goat folk, and you smush them together and you get Rosatyrs. Coming up this Tuesday, we are having our first episode of the Festive 3 on Game Master Monday's Twitch channel. Be starting around the same time as this game. Come watch me play some D&D 5e. Not to brag or anything, but I'm like really good at that system, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm playing a paladin, so really excited for that coming up this week. Since PAX is going on, I'm not going to be at PAX, but as a result, I have like nothing else going on this week. But after that, Festive 3 continues on Tuesdays. I am in Crosshaven playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition on twitch.tv/TheRealGobshite. I play Adrian, a witch, in that. I literally have my calendar here to remind myself what's going on. Fridays, every other Friday on this channel, I play Monsters and Other Childish Things, GM'd by Juicy Garland. I play Evie. It's quite fun. I get to be all pastel and cute and conniving, so check that out. Haven's laughing because I do have like an insane level of connive, and they know that.
The relish with conniving.
And other than that, hey, Magnificence, holy shit, that's my biggest thing. Podcast, Tabletop Tales Spinners Network. It is not a live stream, it is a podcast. You could go listen to it anytime. New episodes come out every other Friday. I play Sage. She's a wizard, she's a bitch, and I love her. We just recorded the finale of Act 1. Episode 32 is now recorded and ready to go. There are 12 episodes out. And available for you to binge and listen to, because let me tell you, shit's about to get real. Some of our best episodes are coming up in the next handful of releases for that show. So please, please, please go check out Magnificence. I absolutely fucking love that show. It's going to be a years-long passion project for every single person involved. So yeah, I talked a lot there. Maz, I'm popcorning it to you. Go.
Hello, hi. I had to open up my calendar because my brain was like, what's happening this week? It's going to be crazy. But hi, everyone. You can find me everywhere at It's Mozzarella. That is with 2 L's, unlike here where there's 3. I know, one day. But yeah, I have a Mass Effect game tomorrow. I'm playing Adrana Sargas, a Turian infiltrator, sniper, on Feywild and Out. I'm also in the Game Master Monday game on Tuesday. I'm either playing Mr. like Tumnus like character who loves Christmas, or a tiefling who doesn't, who might also just be like Mr.
When I said that, like,
Tumnus's.
oh shit, that's the day after tomorrow, and I haven't named my character.
Same. I am not good at D&D, but I'm good at being a quirky little guy. So, yeah. Wednesday, sorry, and the rest of you, I'll be at PAX. So if you want to see cool updates, things like that, while I'm a creator there, follow my socials and you can see cool stuff. There are a couple of like giveaways and things that are happening. So just you can follow and see it and repost and get access to that. But other than that, I'm gonna popcorn this because I can't see anything else on my thing. Great. Over to you, Kate.
Yes. Hi, I am Kate, aka Kate the Great Cosplays. You can find me as Kate the Great Cosplays, and also Don't Kill My Character, which is DKMC RPGs on most socials. And first, I'm going to talk about Kate the Great Cosplay stuff because I will also be at PAX, and I'm hosting what I hope is a big old cosplay meetup. We have an hour and a half to get through everything. It's just an everything cosplay meetup. If you're in TTRPG themed cosplay, or you can argue that yours is, this is the meetup for you. So that's 2:30 on Saturday, 2:30 to 4 o'clock, and it's gonna be super duper fun. So please, if you're at PAX Unplugged, come there. If not, please like reach out to me. Instagram DMs are open because I love seeing people. I love saying hi. I will jump up and down and hug you and just be so excited. And then don't kill my character stuff. So yeah, a lot of you guys already talked about it, which I adore. Thank you so much. Superhero Origins is Saturday the 14th and the 21st. And I know Yuri's on one of those. We have a ton of other guests. Get in our Discord for all that information that I should post later tonight. And then we have a Familiars Quandary, which is Sylvia is playing in it and Mika is running it, and that's on the 17th. And it's just going to be little critters, little familiars that are helping out their wizard pal, and that's going to be cozy and lovely, and probably also extremely chaotic. And then the other big project that I am doing is over on Somebody's Heroes, which Yuri is also on. I play Guardian Myosin, and she is a vibe. And that drops Tuesdays as a podcast. A bunch of them are already on Spotify if you want to check those out. And then I also have like my character's backstory as a mini series, and we're almost done recording it. And I think it drops in January. So look out for when that will be live because that'll actually be live streamed, not recorded, streamed on Twitch. But yeah, please, PAX Unplugged. If you remember nothing else, PAX Unplugged. Say hi. Saturday, 2:30. Mwah, love you. Haven.
Yeah. Hey, it's me, Haven. How are y'all doing? Great stream, gang. Oh, thank you. Good God. I have one for me too. Here. um,
Y'all, Haven literally walked into their home and then 20 minutes later was on stream today. Round of applause for them, honestly.
I was
That
supposed to be back Friday, and then my car shit itself literally. And so we missed Monsters Friday, and then now I'm here, and I just got here like 20 minutes before the stream, and I was like, oh my god. Anyways, hi, I'm Haven, your perpetually underprepared producer for this.
Love me some
um,
alliteration.
um, I will also be at PAX, so if you see me there, hugs are
Woo!
free. Um, if you saw this stream, you don't have to ask. Just come up and give me a hug. I enjoy hugs. If I don't know you, I may be like, "We're getting a hug," but I'm going to ask you a question after. But you're still getting a hug. Um, so I'll be excited to see three of you there. Yes? Question mark. At least three. I don't know if Sylvia's going. No. Okay. Sag. Cry in chat. But at least three of you. So four out of the six of us will be at PAX, which is super cool. We should do a photo.
Yes.
And other than that, find me here doing the Covencraft stuff every other Sunday. Um, I produce for the Monsters and Other Childish Things thing that Rosie mentioned, so please tune into that. As far as future things, I'm also in the Cloaks and Capes thing that is a podcast release coming out in somewhere in like February or something like that. Don't quote me. Um, so that's happening. Um, there you go. Other than that, I'm not really into anything these days. But that's where you can find me. And look up Tabletop Tail Spinners. Just put it in your search bar. The SEO on that's great, so you'll find all of our links there. This video will be on the YouTube before next Sunday or on next Sunday, whichever one. So if you missed the first part and you're here at the end, don't fret. You'll still have an opportunity to catch it for the next one. Other than that, thanks for tuning in. Drive safe, stay hydrated, and we'll see you next time.
Put a sleeping bag in your car.